How is everybody? There's Lou. Lou is here. Are you playing with your scratchy things? She's playing with her scratchy things. My kitty, she's very discombobulated. How is everybody? Where is everybody? La la la. You guys, oh my God. Okay, so I don't even have a desk yet or anything. Just a bunch of weird shit in my studio. Howdy. Hi. First people in. It always takes so long for people to find me. It's so weird. I mean, I don't know if they're not notifying. Hi, you guys. Lou's scratching down here. We still haven't set up the studio. She's on her little scratchy thing. You know, where they scratch their claws. Like, look at my claws. Here's my claws. How is everybody? Oh my God, right? There she goes. Do you see her? She just left. Bottom left. There, bottom right. She's going over there. Yeah, so she's been sleeping in my studio room for quite a while. She's going in, she's going out. She's doing her stuff. Hi, you guys. Oh my gosh. What's going on? I fell, let's see. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, I didn't see what you said. But anyway, oh my God, I fell asleep yesterday. So I thought it was Friday, number one. Yes, my move. Thank you for that. So I did not work out for a week because I was moving, right? And so I was like, you have to move. Hi from Cranbrook, you have to move. I'm assuming that was we. You went by so quick, I don't know. I have to, I just have to focus on moving and getting the shit out and clearing out that apartment and blah, 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 all of that. So anyway, yesterday, so I started running again this week, I think on Monday. Tuesday, I took my pole, New Brunswick, I took my pole strength class, which is straight up pole strength with my friend Chelsea, my pole buddy, pole sister. And we do the class. She's getting so good. Okay. So she's getting Baltimore. I love Baltimore. She's getting so good. So anyway, we take the class. I'm exhausted. I'm like, oh my God, the workout kills me. Indiana, Monticello, Indiana. I just fucked that up. Anyway, so we did that. So Wednesday, I ran 7 miles. Just take a class. Trust me, I look like it doesn't matter if you're weak. All the girls, Chelsea is like Jason's age and I'm my age. I love her to death. She's like so talented. And she and I started and she's progressed so much farther than me. So it doesn't matter. Just go try it. Trust me. Yes, I have heard of Arizona Wilder. Absolutely. Years back. In fact, so, there, hi from Somalia. And so anyway, I went to the pole class on Tuesday night. Wednesday, so I run 7 miles in the morning, 5 to 7 to 8, depending. Every morning, every day, just because that way I don't end up in jail when I beat the shit out of somebody, right? Like I'm like, oh yeah, I don't give a shit. I exercise. So I went running on Wednesday and I love Arizona and it was so fun. And I'm like, I love Wednesdays. I had clients. Usually I take Wednesday off, but I have to fill in the days because I missed people or whatever. They missed their appointments. They reschedule. I don't know what happened. All of that shit. Anyhow, so I go to Sexy Pole Flow with Nancy, who's usually in my aerial class. And I forgot to sign up for aerial. So then I took Janet's class after that. So I did 3 hours of dancing last night. And learning two new choreographed like routines. And I was like, I came home. So it was like 3:30, 4:35, 5, 6:37. I got, finished eating around 8 or whatever. Fell asleep on my couch, woke up this morning. My friend Susie made me this. It's a little mushroom necklace. I have my other necklaces here. Anyway, I woke up this morning. I was like, fuck. I am too old to be tripling up on my exercise, but I love it. Wednesdays are my favorite. And I'm so enjoying, I love all day exercise from class to class. That's why when we went to Mexico, it was so fun because it was 6.5 hours a day of exercise. So to me, that's like the best day possible. I love it. I love all my pole sisters. I love my aerial sisters. We're all getting ready to go to Miami. And do the Miami thing. So, yeah, I'm not a good dancer. When I say I was a stripper, I was a stripper. There are girls that are pole dancers, like my friend Debbie. Look her up. She's Debbie. She's called the Scream Queen. But Debbie and I were strippers together back when I was a teenager. Anyway, she went to a thing in Vegas called Strip to Kill or whatever. So they started the stripper contest. I'm not that person. I mean, she was a dancer and all of that. I was literally a stripper. So I was in it. I'm just like, here's what I got. Yeah, that was me. Hi from Simi Valley. So I'm not that person who's good. Oh, for 41. Wow, that's amazing. 3-6 is fine. No, I'm just a stripper. I'm saying I've never said I was a dancer. I was never a dancer. So this is different because strippers come at it one way, dancers and athletes come at it a different way. So I'm now going back in to learn the athletic part, which is really fun. And this is Moldavite. This is Moldavite. We don't have topics here. I'm sorry. I can't do topics on live streams. I mean, I'm too ADD. Great, you lost weight, that's cool, cool. Marina Del Rey. It is windy today, right? I'm 54. Amazing. That's wonderful. Yes, Lou does like her place. She sits in the window. No, I don't think it's bad luck. Don't let the symbols that they have tell you it's bad luck. Look, can you guys see? I have to shine it. I had it out in the sunlight on my TikTok. Anyway, this is my piece of Moldavite that goes in my pocket. So yeah, we had a lot of fun exercising yesterday. So it was wonderful. And then, yes, that's Keith. That's Keith 2 weeks before he died. Bobby painted that at Keith. That's Keith, all of Keith, Marilyn. I haven't got my setup yet. So, and then I broke this nail. Oh God, guess which nail it is? It's this nail. No, oh, you like Zumba. Yeah, you must be more coordinated. I'm not coordinated. So anyway, that was so fun. I mean, it was really fun. I miss it because both Taylor and Janet, who I take classes from, they start a routine at the beginning of the month and we have to learn it. So it's like repetition, repetition, repetition. Nancy and I were like, by the last 10 minutes, I was like, fuck, I'm wiped out. I can't do any more twirly, whatever. So it's so fun. We dance in 8-inch heels. We do, I know, we do our warm up in heels on our ankles. My heels are 8 inches and I'm 60 bitches. Yeah, it's really fun. So, yeah, this is my favorite thing. So anyway, yeah, it was so fun, but I'm not good at it. Don't let something stop you because you're not good at it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're not, these are my teeth. They've been shaved down a bit because I run and like that. Yes, Moldavite really shakes your life up. Yeah, just do it anyway. That's right. We just do it anyway. Just do whatever you got to do. I mean, after Keith died, thank you for that. My mother would be so happy. She stuck the braces on me. No, you think that, but stripper heels are totally different. Stripper heels are different. I don't have them. I have a carload in my car. I have like 16 pairs in the car. I was showing Chelsea. I'm like, you want this? No, they're 8 inches. They're different. You have to look it up. Look up pleaser shoes. Okay, so the reason that they're thick on the toe box because you go up on your ankles like a ballerina in toe slippers, but you do a lot of movement on the pole where you're up on your heels like that. So your feet are like a ballet dancer in the shoes, if that makes sense. So we do a lot of ankle work. So we let our ankles go it's a lot of different stuff to strengthen the ankles. And as a runner, I'm very careful, but I really enjoy it. Yeah, they're like, you do that in the heels because the toe box is what you slap and clap on the shoes when you're doing it. It's really fun. I love it. You guys should try it. Like point shoes, but they're not. Obviously, point shoes takes a lot more strength because you're like this on when you bend, but in the heeled shoes, we do that exercise too. And we do planks with the heel shoes on. And she's like, point your toes. I'm like, why don't you just fuck off? Yeah, I'm a very brave person. I left home at 14. And I had no backup. I had no man. I had no backup. I walked out the door with the clothes on my back, and I didn't go back. And I hitchhiked. Yeah, somewhat brave or stupid, one or the other. Um, yeah, no, these are not regular heels. You cannot wear regular heels in pole class. You wear pole heels. It's different. Um, yeah, I just didn't want to be abused anymore at home, so I left. That's it. I just went to school, went in the class and then hitchhiked. If my friend Philomena, her brother was in my class. She drove me up to the mall. I caught the subway, and that's it. It was winter. It was October, Thanksgiving in Canada. 2 months after, because I turned 14 in August, and that was the end of me. I was gone. I never went back home again. I never asked them for a fucking penny. I never, well, I asked them for $300 once, and I got a whole bunch of spewing for that. So that was never, ever again. Um, oh, that's a nice name. Yeah, we knows. We Canadians are pretty tough. Canadian women are pretty tough. Like, we're not stupid. So yeah, no, you know what? Set your boundaries with your mother. Set your boundaries. Um, I just looked them up. I could walk in those. I actually we were taught how to walk. You have to walk on your toes because of the toe box. So we have to like walk and we have to crawl sexy, but we have to do because it's sexy pole flow. And then I do the strength class, and then I do the aerial class, and then I do the hammock class. Um, so yeah, I do all of that. But anyway, do whatever you can do. Do I have French? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I don't know. My grandmother was from Norway, and there is some Irish and a smidgen of British, but I feel the Irish actually and the Norwegian. I'm a Viking, so I've always had like a hot fucking head. You know what I mean? Um, so I couldn't. You don't know what you could do. Yeah, stilettos teeth. You just squish them right on the side of their fucking neck. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Too graphic. I've got the Viking. Yeah, I always defend people and stand up for people. So I've always been like that. So I'll get in the way of other people trying to hurt people. Um, so yeah. And then I see the Irish because I'm very loving of potatoes. I love potatoes. Anyways, yeah, so it's that. Have you done? Yes, I did. I don't have any of that. I have no, I did do the ancestry. I have, and John's last name is Bella, so I married a Bella. His name is Bella, last name. Okay, so John's family is Austrian, so they're from Germany and Austrian. Stubborn Irish, yeah, I got that, and I like potatoes. But John's Austrian and Irish, so we're kind of from the same places in Ireland. I mean, our family backgrounds. And yeah, and then I have no idea where my birth dad's from. If it's the guy I think it is, then that's Canadian. But yeah, I love tater tots. Exactly. So, no, Bella's really my name. People thought I made it up, but my mom named me Sloan and I married John, and his last name was Bella and has always been Bella. And his mother was a Bella. His father was a Bella. It sounds like I'm saying Isabella, but it's Bella. Is a Bella. So yeah. Anyway, it does, but it's Austrian. I mean, they're German over there. So I mean, who knows what really went on over there? He's Irish though. I see the Irish. Keith had the Irish skin. Jason has a little bit more skin like my birth mom, like a little bit more like the red complexion. But John has that too. But they're also Irish. They have a lot of freckles. We all have a lot of freckles. Um, we're stubborn. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Spiritual tips on weight loss. Absolutely. Yes. 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 Because, of course, I know you know this. You've read everything. But what did you? I never say my adopted name because I changed it back. So at age 2.5, my name was changed from my birth name because I was in an orphanage. So I had my birth name. And then at 2.5, my parents went into court, my adopted parents, to change my name legally. So I have 2 birth certificates, and I have 1 birth certificate with my birth name crossed out and rewritten, which is what they do, which is like trafficking, right? So I never really attached to my adopted name. No disrespect. It just didn't feel like me. So as soon as I understood what my actual birth name was on my original birth certificate, I turned it back. I think I was 17 at the time. Yeah, Sloan means warrior, and so does Keith. Keith means Scottish for warrior in the woods, and Sloan is just warrior. So that's what I did. But yeah, I don't, I mean, I have people know, I still am friends with childhood friends who know who I am. But here's the weight loss tips. Okay, first of all, anytime you gain weight, it's a protective cover for whatever you're experiencing. So like if you've been, name change should be a choice for, yeah, it should be. It should be. My mom named me Sloan. I mean, when I met her, she's like, I named you so that you would always know your name later on in life, which was great because it is my name. Although both names suited me at different times. But yeah, so, I pissed my family off by changing my name back because they felt that I owed them. Obviously, they raised me. So then I'm in agreement, I guess, as a child they took out of an orphanage, whatever. But, it is whatever. Let's see. No disrespect. Shame on you. I feel bad. Do you? Yeah, I don't care what you think. I'm going to be me. Don't abuse the adopted child, then she doesn't have to step away from it, but it's fine. I don't owe anybody anything. I had a name. They should have kept my name. They wanted to change me like they change a dog's name, okay? Out of a pound. No, I wanted my name back and it's fine. It's fine. It's the way that it is. I don't, whatever. I don't owe them anything for adopting me out of an orphanage. A, wasn't my choice. B, I don't have to be grateful because somebody did their parenting job and they couldn't have children, so they wanted children. That's not my issue. I was kind to them and I did enjoy it, but yeah, well, okay. I don't know what to say, but it's my name and my life, and this is who I am. I don't even resonate with the other name because my original name is Sloan. I was born Sloan. That is on the adoption papers out of the orphanage. And then at 2.5, my name was changed to the adopted family's name. When I was 17, I changed it back. I emancipated myself at 15, ran away from home at 14. So there's that. Let's see. They're always attack. They love to attack. They're like, as adopted parents, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, you should want me to be happy as your child. But I guess, whatever. Anyway, when you gain weight through energetic frequency, so the frequencies get blocked in the body. So like anger can be stored in a certain part of your body. You can lose your ability to taste things in a right way, or you can use, yes, I have the surname. That's correct. I have the surname. I don't have the female spelling. I don't have an E. I have the masculine spelling. Hi, Lou. But when your energies get blocked due to trauma, that's why any kind of lymphatic massage and any kind of physical movement, you also have to cleanse your body. Wait, how do you say no? I didn't mean, what do you mean, how do I say no disrespect? What the fuck is wrong with you people? I meant no disrespect. Is it disrespectful if I don't do what they want me to do? Or am I being myself? That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know what you're saying. I don't even know what you're saying. It's fine. You can think what you want. But when the energy is blocked in your body from whatever you're experiencing, so like sexual abuse issues will show up around the stomach and I know, right? They're just attacking. Sexual abuse issues will show up in the thighs, the stomach area, especially underneath the belly. I guess they call that the fupa right there. They'll show up around that area. Absolutely lymphatic massage. And I'm going to say something else to you. Clear your chakras. I would say, honestly, any kind of tapping, I swear to you, any kind of yoga, somatic healing, any kind of energy work to move the energy, because it's actually stuck energy. There is also a compulsive way of eating to satiate what bothers you. So instead of smoking weed or drinking or Tai Chi, exactly, or smoking a crack pipe or whatever it is, or taking pills or whatever it is that people do to cope with what they can't cope with, you have to learn how to handle your emotions. So there's little tricks. Like I gained 100 pounds with Jason and 90 pounds with Keith. Okay. So I went from 123, well, it's almost 100 to 207 when I gave birth to Jason. Because I ate pizza and potatoes the whole time. Anyway, not the point. Yes, any kind of movement is good for your body, anything, but every day. But how I lost the weight with Jason, because I didn't do any kind of like pills and back then, I mean, he'll be 34, right? So I exercise. Now, this was important because we tend to think if you exercise in the morning, you're done and you can reward yourself and eat all day. Well, you have to really watch your calories. So, as I've said many times, I love sugar. So I would get light whipped cream, not the frozen whipped cream, but the canned whipped cream. Well, I guess it's just as bad, but I would get whipped cream and I would put light chocolate on it, and that would be my dessert. So that's like probably 100 calories, right? I would eat apples, I would do all that stuff. I would exercise 30 minutes in the morning. Well, for me, more like an hour, honestly. But okay, just say 30 in the morning, 30 in the afternoon, and 30 at night. That's whether you walk around the block, whatever it is you do, because it keeps your furnace fueled and burning if you continue to make it open to exercise. So in the morning, if you exercise, which is wonderful, and then sit all day and then sleep and then eat, right? Your furnace slows down. Okay. It slows down. If you continue to keep it fueled by moving, it races to burn. So I would cut out 200 calories at first of whatever your calories are, but I would absolutely say you have to keep track of your calories. So if you want to weigh 115 pounds, I know I'm from Canada. I never had a weight problem in Canada, by the way. Here I had a weight problem. But if you want to be 150 pounds, you shouldn't be eating over 1,500 calories, like 10% of your body weight, 130, 1,300 calories. And don't overeat because you exercise. Like when I hike on the weekends, my watch says I burn about 2,800 calories or whatever. And I can do 20 miles and only burn that much, okay? Because my body isn't tip top, like my heart rate and stuff. I'm not exhausting myself. It is exhausting, but I'm not overexerting. So you have to figure out like what you do. Yeah, sugar you do have to cut out. I eat popcorn, but I eat the bags that are 70 calories. So if I have 3 bags, I know how many calories that is, and then I know what else I can eat. You just really have to do it. You don't have a right to stuff your face with everything all day long. However, yeah, I get exhausted. Yeah, I do. But I keep going anyway. It doesn't matter. I do it every day. White sugar, yes, the seed oil. I don't use seed oil. I use virgin olive oil, as fresh as I can find it in my food, but that's what I do. Do you log your calories? Yeah, I pay attention to them. I don't like log them, but I pay attention to them. It's not necessarily discipline, it's habitual. So if you get home from work and you pour a glass of wine, that's a habit. That's not because you're making any mindset. It's just what you do. You walk in the door, you put your shoes down, you get a glass of wine. You walk in the door, you get an apple, you go outside and walk. It's that kind of thing. Yeah, good fats are important. I do eat cheese, not a lot. And I do, I eat a lot of salmon, which for protein for a woman, salmon has the oil and the protein in it. So it's really good. But yeah, I exercise to keep my body moving. So I move more than I sit. So even when I'm doing like readings, I'm pacing up and down the hallway wherever I am. So avocado too, exactly. And so that's what I do. So I do that. But how do you push through the exhaustion? I don't allow myself, because, okay, here's how I do it. When I start out on a trail and I have to get to the top, I don't have a choice to bail out. When I'm at the top, I have to go back to the car. So I don't allow myself. I don't go to a gym where I can bail out. I go outside and I start on a trail. That's twofold, because the trail will cleanse your body. in the sense that your etheric body is automatically cleansed by nature, and people don't understand that. The more cement they build, the more we can't cleanse ourselves naturally. If you go out on, I believe in it. I believe in it. If you go out in nature, even if it's a park in the middle of a city, you have real trees out there, it will cleanse your energy field. So, yeah, salmon is always my favorite. It's so good. Oh my good. Stopped eating sugar, down 40 pounds. Fuck, you see, in America, they push sugar in everything, right? Sugar is so bad. Yeah, so I go outside. So if I'm doing a trail that's like 17 miles round trip, which is usually something I'll do on the weekend, I don't allow myself to stop. I'm just like, this is what you're doing. You're going to time yourself. You've given yourself this amount of time. Get your fucking lazy ass up. That's how I talk to myself. Get your lazy ass up. It'll be 2 o'clock in the morning. Drive to the trailhead in the dark, and don't be a bitch. Start the trail. So I kind of talk, I walk around the cemetery every day. Now you're bringing home spooks with you. They're like, hi, can we come home and eat dinner with you? So I tend to do that. Yes, I do talk to trees too. Um, it's not motivation, it's a habit. I'm not motivated. I'm actually a very lazy type person. I'm watching the cat be a weirdo over there. She's trying to sit on my lunch thing. Um, I do that. Yes, yes. I had anxiety for years. I had anxiety since I was 4. That's how I learned to run. I was asthmatic and I had anxiety. So every morning I carry running shoes in my car, well, hiking shoes actually. And anytime I have anxiety, I'm literally walking. If you say to me, hey, come over to my house, if it's within 5 miles, I'll walk to your house. So I'll walk down the street. I walk back and forth. I walk up and down the stairs. I just continue to move. I park my car at the far end of parking lots. Like when I have dance class, I park on the street behind, not because I want to, but because they charge too much in the parking lot. So I park behind. So I have to walk. I have to run to get to class because I'm always running late, right? So to get there 2 minutes late, I have to do that. So I tend to do that. Anxiety, exercise. I'm telling you, I had crippling anxiety. I cut all my hair off and didn't shower for months, had an eating disorder from hell, ate peanut butter for 3 years, ate tuna for 3 years, 5 years maybe, and couldn't swallow. So I pureed my food. I mean, I was a nut, okay, like a crazy bitch. Exercise, exercise. Sometimes I walked 13 miles a day to stop my anxiety. I just did. I started, yes, yes, you get up and move. I'm telling you, I don't stop moving all day until I hit the floor. So, yeah, no fry foods. Yeah, that's what I did. So I started joining these classes so that I love peanut butter, but I don't eat it now, because I ate it so much. It's great. It's great. It's a little house. It's really great. Yes, I was on meds way back. It was after my stepson died. I was walking 13 miles a day and carried shoes. I did not shower much, and I had a lot of anxiety. Phobias, anxiety, agoraphobia, all of that shit. Trigger, 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 trigger. So I just keep walking, and I take classes and I pay for them up front, so I have to show up. If I cancel a class, then I have to do this. Oh yeah, I didn't do that show. I had a scheduling conflict. I forgot about it. I didn't write shit down, and then I'm like, oh shit, I got something else to do. So I had to run and do that. But that's the kind of shit that I do. Yeah, I can't do every show because sometimes I'm doing other stuff in my own life that I'm trying to do. So it just happens that way. It's just the scheduling. I wasn't paying attention when I was moving. So that's what happened. But the gym gives me anxiety too. So yeah, I just would run. I would literally pull my car over and start walking down the road. I'd pull a car over to the side of the road. I took medication for a couple of years. Yes. And I had to wean myself off of it, which I did. And I don't ever have anxiety now because I continue to exercise. I've always exercised, so that's not something I don't do. Yeah, if you love biking, do it. Just every day, just get up and do it. I would have anxiety where I couldn't breathe, couldn't swallow, couldn't eat for days. My hair fell out because I had an eating disorder so bad. Good for you for getting off of that. Listen, literally my hair fell out, okay? We would go to the hair salon to try to find things. I did a cleanse because I thought I had like parasites, which it could be. I'm talking years ago before this was a popular thought. And I took walnut something. I forget what it was in Whole Foods, and it was a cleanse, and it was a walnut something in it, right? I hallucinated on that shit. I was so like fragile in my brain. I hallucinated. I couldn't go out in public. Black walnut, yeah. Yes, I couldn't. I was like, oh my God, now I'm suicidal and I fucking am shaking. I traveled all over Canada with my family and husband, and John bought a pureer. So I would order dinner with everybody, and then I would like eat the soup. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Thank you. Fire, Triple Leo. Thank you. Marianne, I hope I said that right. I just caught it. I need glasses. Anyway, we would puree my food in the hotel room. So I would sit at the table while my family ate dinner, and I would like eat like either the potatoes because it was soft and I didn't have to chew it. And the rest of it I would take upstairs and we'd puree it into like a soup. I don't know. I ate like that for several years. I ate baby food, I ate yogurt, and I ate peanut butter. I could not chew food. I was insane. No, I'm not Italian. There's no Italian in me. That sounded weird, but I mean, in my DNA. What? Because I had an eating problem with swallowing. It was terrible. I couldn't swallow. I'm telling you, I had such bad anxiety, I couldn't swallow. After my stepson died, I gave birth and I had postpartum depression and no medical help for it. I had to handle it myself. You can handle everything yourself. You are strong. You don't have, if you need help, yes, under attack too. If you need help, go to the doctor and get your help. But make sure you have a buddy system who will back you up. Like, that's the one good thing about when I was married is John would never go against what I was thinking medically for myself. Like, he knows me. I don't do a lot of Bach flower remedies. Exactly. So, no gag. Yeah, no, I had it real bad. My hair fell out. I'm telling you, I weighed maybe 100 pounds. And yes. Yes, somebody who overeats too. Absolutely. It's the same thing. It's just a different expression of the same thing. Not eating is an eating disorder, and overeating is medicating with food. So absolutely. I don't know how I stopped those spiritual attacks. I just got strong as fuck, and I don't care. You can do whatever you want to do. Personally, I pray to Jesus, and in the name of Jesus, amen. That's what I do, and God protects me. And we all die, so I'm not really scared of anything or anybody. What can I tell you? I haven't done the Culver City stairs. No, I have not. I have not done that. But that's it. That's what I do. And, I'm not afraid of anything right now. Like, there's nothing I'm afraid of at this point because the worst thing has happened. When you have a child died, what is it you think I'm going to be afraid of? I already lived through the only fear I ever had, and that was the fear. So I'm not really afraid of that, am I now? Oh, thank you for that. So for anxiety, it can very much mean that you're psychic. Yes, the Bach flower is really good. It can mean that you're psychic and picking up on outside information that comes in. Because remember, people chatter. They chatter on the dimension outside the, yeah, no, I had it since I was 4. I had to have my food pureed as a child. But you can't fucking be in an orphanage and given up at birth and just tossed off into an orphanage for someone to pick you up for a better home and think that that's really a good thing. I mean, it's a doable thing, but is it really a good thing? Look at it from the child's point of view. You're ripped away from your mother. They don't want you because that's all the kid knows, and you're in an orphanage. And then you got people telling you that you're special and you owe them and all this shit going on and you're supposed to be like them, but you know you're not like them. That doesn't mean you don't love them, and that doesn't mean that you don't respect them for trying, but let's get real about that. You've had a baby, if people that have had a baby. If you haven't had a baby, you haven't had a baby. But if you've had a baby, imagine handing your baby to a doctor right out of your hoochie and then saying, I'm not good enough to be the parent, but somebody else out there is better, and then leaving it up to the government to find you a home. What does that sound like to you? It sounds like the whole trafficking game in a different way. So I look at it from that perspective. I did not look at it that way until I had my own child. But when I had my Jason, my firstborn, I looked at it that way. And I was in an orphanage. So I was in a home with 40 other babies. That's what they called it. And people came in and they picked us. Pick me. Like a puppy at the pound, which is why I don't go to the pound, because it was exactly like that. So I understand people who adopt have good intentions and want a child, but it always struck me as odd that I was supposed to fit in because I was constantly reminded I didn't fit in. And when I had my Jason, because he's my firstborn, so when I had Jason, all the shit that he did as a kid, I'm like, yeah, I recognize that. All the shit that Keithy did, I'm like, yeah, that looks familiar. My parents were like, what the fuck is this one doing? What is she doing? Because they're not used to who I am as a person. I resonate from a different frequency, period. And I understand that people who adopt, they can be very lovely people, okay? They can be super lovely. But look at it from the child's point of view. And why does our society, I'll say this again, why does our society tell women, unwed mothers, I'm not talking about the extreme cases where somebody is like a drug addicted maniac, and I still think your family should step in. You have to have some decent people in your family. It's kind of a family's responsibility to take care of that gene pool. You're tossing your gene pool out. You're like, here, go. That's your responsibility in God's eyes. God gave you that child. That's your job to caretake. I understand. I get where society, see how the trafficking things, no, I need tax refund. Yes, dogs and cats taken from their litter. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say, but I'm just telling you, that's it. Why would a society, and I'm not even blaming the parents that give their children up. Why does society say you can give your child a better home? What kind of a crock of shit? How the fuck do you know? You don't even know where that child's going. Unless it's a closed adoption. I'm not talking about that. I was in the system, okay? I was born in the system. I was in the system. I was in foster care. I was in group homes. And I was a ward of the court again by the time I was 12. That's the shit I went through, okay? That's the shit. And when you're adopted, it's really, I was a pound puppy. That's what I was. And when I was adopted, by the way, and in my adopted family, all of the mistakes I made, which I've watched my kids do, and it's not that big a deal, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Like, I recognize what they were doing, and the shit my husband did, and the shit that I did, and the shit that his mom did, and the shit that everybody's done. It was looked at with me, and I was pointed out as being something wrong, and it was said because I was adopted. So fuck you for saying whatever you said about that. No, take a look at it. Take a look at that shit before you do it. I didn't ask to be adopted. And I don't know what my mother's reasons were because she never explained it to me. She said she didn't have a reason. She must have had a reason, or maybe she didn't have a reason. I don't know. But she never told me, which made me not like it. But when I had my son, I was like, who the fuck gives their baby up? Now, I'm not disrespecting anyone who does. That is your choice. For me personally, you'd have to take my baby out of my dead cold hands. And even then, my husband would jump on your ass and attack you. So absolutely the fuck not. No. No. And the formative years, you're in an orphanage as a baby. Those babies in Russia in orphanages, what's that? What is that? Yeah, it's not my fault. And I'm allowed to use my birth name because that's what I want to do, because it's my life. So just because people's parents, even adopted or not, are you saying I owe them and I have to do exactly what they say because they adopted me? Well, I didn't ask them to fucking adopt me. And I'm being dead serious. I didn't ask for that. I had no choice and no say-so in the matter. So, no. I mean, wait, what did you say there? Wait, what did your... Yes, they had their own child after me, and I was treated entirely differently. I wasn't allowed to attend the same school because they didn't want to embarrass him. Exactly. True story. So you treat me like that, I'm not going to be part of your family. Go fuck yourself. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Nobody leaves home as a teenager because they have a good home life. Just know that. They like to blame the teenager. Oh, they're a runaway teenager. Why are they running away? Does anybody ever fucking look at why a person runs away? Are they being touched? Is somebody flashing them? Are they watching them shower? What's going on there? Are they not letting them eat? What are they doing? Are they tying them up in the bedroom? Are they beating the shit out of them? Are they drug addicts? Are they alcoholics? So that falls on the child, and society then targets the child. Oh, they must be an asshole, they left. I did just fine. I'm not a drug addict. I'm sober. I exercise. I raised 2 kids. I paid my bills. I never took anything from anybody. So when you look at it as a child, how bad could I have been? You see, how bad are these children? They're not. They're traumatized. They're traumatized, okay? There's the odd sociopath, yes, but they're traumatized. So when people say that, I understand as an adopted parent, you want to adopt the child and you want them to be part of your family. I totally get that. But you also have to understand they're not your gene pool. Therefore, they resonate frequency wise in a different vibration. They resonate differently. And I was growing up, never looked back. There you go, Lisa, something Sky. I tried to say that real quick. Yeah, ran away and never fucking looked back. Why is that? Is that because it was wonderful for you as a child? Is that because it was positive? Or did you run away because you had to preserve yourself? I had to protect myself. I had to do that. I just wasn't going to continue. I just even then was like, I'm not, no. And you know what? The most beautiful thing is every single one of the outside members of my family, and I was told this by my cousins and other relatives, we couldn't do anything about it because of the money involved. So they didn't want their money cut off, so they shut their fucking mouths. That's how that worked. So I took care of myself. Thank you very much. That's right. We knows this. We writer knows this. So yeah, good for you. Good for you. And that's exactly what people have to do. So when you attack an adopted person, you're really saying to them it's their fault that they don't want to fit into the mold of what they were forced to do. And I understand people can be very loving adopted parents. Yes, exactly. I never felt, no, my parents didn't want me. They did when they adopted me, but they did not after, because when they had their own child, they could see I was different. So both of my kids resonate on a frequency that I understand. And like I see either their dad or myself or some family member that I've now met genetically in both of my children. And I ran away so far. Wait, I ran away so far I couldn't get away. Wait, I ran so far away I couldn't get away. Explain that to me. Explain that. Yes, we can pick up on other people's thoughts. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I know, I'm just telling you this. So my adopted mother, she was about 75 at the time. We went to Florida. This is 2005. And Jason and Keith, me and John, and we stayed overnight at the house in Florida. And we went out for dinner, and my mom's sitting here, Jason's sitting by the window, I'm sitting here, and John's sitting, and Keithy and John. So my mom looks right at 12-year-old Jason and says, oh, I don't like you. And looks at me and goes, I don't like him. I say to her, we can fucking hear you. Keep it to yourself. Keith pulls me over and says, well, I don't fucking like her. He's 10, okay? He's 10. Jason's like 13, whatever. They're 3 years apart. So that's the kind of conversation. That kind of shit is unacceptable. And as a child, I knew it was unacceptable. So that's not going to be the thing that I do. She literally said that. She literally said that to my kid. I'm like, we can fucking hear you. Like, I can hear you. Oh my God. Anyway, no, I haven't talked about Brittany's arrest. Yeah, the foster care can just because they're a reflection of you. Oh, that's basically what she said. So I was like, no, it's totally unacceptable. I was raised like that. I was called every name. And it just, me and my friend Libra Lori, we had very similar childhoods. We were talking about it this morning. And so when people come at us, you can call us everything. We've already been tortured by our houses, okay? We've all been tortured in our childhood. So, yeah, no, that's just one of the things. The shit that she said to me, it's a wonder I'm not putting a needle in my arm and just like carving up my own face the way that it was that. Yes, so foster care is bad. all of that. Oh, hold on. My brother-in-law always got reminded that they sent him to call. Yes, yes, we did this for you. We did that for you. We blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. I don't say that to my kids. I don't say it. I did what a parent does, and I'll give you the shirt off my back. And that's that. That's it. I don't care. I'm not going to bring it up all the time. No, not going to do it. But it was every single day, you know. And that's the them problem. Like your job, yeah, they hold it against you because you're the adopted bitch and you're not falling in line. Chop, chop, bitch. Be what we want you to be. I was never going to be that. So that's it. I'm never going to be that. You know what I mean? Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. Let's see. I have a friend who ran away and she amazes me with how she holds herself. You learn a lot from the, yes, yes. Literally the shit. We used to hitchhike back in the day. This is me. Little old me. I was 5'2" back then. When I met John, I was 5'2". Yeah. So I would just hitchhike. I mean, I had just little scruffy long hair, always wore a jean jacket and just the clothes on my back and a purse. Oh my God. I just think about hitchhiking and having thank God people don't do it. And the people that do hitchhike, yes, John was raised somewhat in a family where he was treated like an adopted kid. Yes, exactly. So, oh God. Anyway, yeah, right. The hitchhiking. I look at it now. I'm like, oh my God. If my kids ever hitchhiked, the only people I see I have picked up hitchhikers in Los Angeles, but yeah, I know, right? I picked up this guy that I hiked down a mountain with because he didn't want to like go down all the way. It was like 5 miles to his car. So I put him in the car. No, I know. I mean, smoking a cigarette, just all up like a little bitch. But anyway, yeah, I picked a guy up. I did Mount Baldy one day and he parked his car way the fucking gone down there. And he's like, can I get a ride with you? I'm like, sure, let's go. And I'd walk down with him. So I knew he was going to kill me. I mean, he probably wanted to get to his car, but he was pretty scruffy. Anyway, he ended up climbing Mount Everest. Okay. So he actually climbed Mount Everest. He told me he was training. We were online friends and he climbed Mount Everest. And I'm like, bro, crazy stuff. I watched the whole thing online that he was doing, but yeah, Brittany, yes, it's very bad. It's very, let's see. Can you show us the picture by the lake? Yes, I can. It's right there. It's Kern County and he jumps into the water. And I took a still shot of that off a video that Lucas sent me from that last weekend. Kim, my friend Kim, Jordan's mom, Kim, Lucas, they all went out there to Kern County and Keithy was over there. Brittany is a traumatized child, okay? They have traumatized her tremendously, okay? Traumatized her. And it's awful what's going on. She should know better than to drink and drive, absolutely. And I'm assuming she has the money for a personal driver or an Uber, you know, so there's really no excuse for it. I feel badly for her though, because I just feel badly for her. She shouldn't do that. No. Yeah, I'm Norwegian. Everybody wants to tell me what I am. I know what I am. I ran my DNA. I also have the birth records from my mother, and I know my birth mother's family. My grandmother was from Norway. She came from Norway. She came from Norway and then had my mother. Yeah, only 0.06 targeted. I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means. Oh, so was yours? Yeah, that's exactly 5'4". I usually go outside and run around in laps. Great. Do that. Yeah, do that. Yeah, I look just like my mother. My grandmother was from Norway. Yeah, that's my grandmother, but I look like my mother. And probably my grandmother too. Yeah, Brittany, I don't know. She was on lithium. They drugged her quite a bit. So I don't know that the brain recovers from that. That's just terrible. Great-grandfather was from Germany. Yes. I don't have any, I was going to say, I don't know what my father is, but all my DNA is Irish. It's Norwegian most, Irish. I think there's somewhere in Sweden, like a percentage. And then there's a small percentage of England as well. So there is nothing else. I mean, whatever. But according to them, and they're probably all lying, but that's according to them. So whoever my father was in the same vein. Yeah. So anyway, wait, was her blood alcohol under the legal blood alcohol level was under the legal limit. So why was she arrested? Oh, they did the whole thing to try to arrest her. Yeah, she can have a drink. I mean, all these fuck faces drive around LA speeding and all kinds of shit, smoking the weed behind their car. They don't have a law for that, but that's coming soon. That ought to come because I seen some people driving and I'm like, oh, you look in their car window and they're just got like the blunt lit up and they're like low riding down the street. I'm like, oh my God, we're all gonna die from these potheads on the street. So the fact that Brittany can drive, hi there from Ghana. There you go. I love saying Ghana. I hope I said that right. I smell the marijuana. Don't you when you're driving by? It's like waft. Eh, like that. I can tell who's drunk. You can see. I mean, I drive the freeways so much that I can see like how people are driving, and I'm like, that one's drunk, that one's sleepy, that one's on weed because they're slow as fuck. They're slow as fuck, like they're they're meandering around. That one's been watching video games because they're like this all over the freeway. Yeah, it's just really funny. So you got to watch it. Let's see, a psychic part of the he cover. I don't even know what that said, but anyway, the piney smell. There's a picture on my Instagram. You got to go all the way down to the bottom. So she looks like me with a funny clothes and her hair up. So there's that. But we look alike. When I first met her, I flew there. I was in her living room with my sister and her neighbor came over, or one of her friends. And I heard them say, they came in the living room, said hi, and the neighbor went back in and said, who's that girl that looks just like you sitting in there? She's like, that's my daughter. My mom never told anyone. She just told the stepdad. She never told another person that I was born. She literally went across the country and ditched me. So yeah. And she thought it was the first DNA we tested was my poor mother, but the first DNA we tested was my stepdad's twin brother. She'd been with him and the twin brother had raped her. So she didn't know, if she got pregnant by him. So that was the first one, but there were several other men we tested as well. And so there's that. But yeah, and one of the guys she insisted was my birth dad. His name was Glenn. He was in the Army. He was in Calgary at the time. And I tracked him down. We had a great relationship. He tested his DNA. He was not my father. We continued to have a phone relationship and communicate. He got cancer and he ended up getting really sick, but we spoke the entire time up until when he died. And then after he died, I got some of his DNA again from the hospital and that's a whole thing though. But anyway, I got that, had it sent out to UCLA to test it because I was never sure if he really did do the test properly or hide it because he had a family at the time and was a married man. So he wasn't my father. John's like, he's still your father. I know he's your father. He kind of does stand like me, but anyway, yeah. So we spoke up until he died. He got the cancer and he was nice. He was a nice man. Yeah, no, it was kind of him too because we spoke and I actually liked him. He sent me pictures. I sent him pictures. I still have his pictures. He's your dad, not your father. Yeah, yeah. Well, whoever, I don't know, whichever. But whatever. Yeah, you never met him. I haven't met my bio dad, according because it wasn't his. It wasn't his. Yeah, so I don't know. It's the relationship. Yes, yeah. No, I enjoyed him. He was nice, and we spoke the whole time. So, and that's with the old telephones where you're tied to the wall, where you're tied to the wall. My mom was probably psychic. She did yoga every day. She was a vegan. She was one of them hippies. She was a weed smoker, all of that shit. I hated that. Like when I found out she still smoked pot as an adult, I was like, mind blown. I had a problem with that because I cannot talk to you if you're on substances. I don't want it around me. That's a boundary, not doing it. So the more pot you smoke or the more you drink or whatever, I'm not talking to you. I choose not to have it around. But yeah. So is Erica Kirk evil? I think she's probably has an entity attached to her etheric body. No, I'm not RH negative. I will never have. I grew up around fucking alcoholism and whatever the hell these people were on. I will not deal with it. I will not fucking deal with it. I don't want the conversation. If you have to take a drug to speak, I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to talk to you unless you can be yourself. And if you can't be yourself, then I have no need to have a conversation with you. That's in my personal life. You're not coming around me like that. So I remove myself. That's it. Sorry, not doing it. Not tolerating that kind of behavior around me. Get some balls and just be yourself instead of whatever. I understand addiction is a problem, but it's a spiritual problem first. And then an entity is attached to you that mouths off when you're high or drunk. And I'm not being around for that. So it's a no. It's a straight up no. And that's just me. Jim Carrey, they say that makeup artist guy dressed up like him. Alexis somebody, and I don't know who that is. Yeah. Yes, right? I can't. I just can't. My son's father is like that. I don't want. No, absolutely. If they're out of their mind, they're not thinking right. They're on a mind altering substance. And you can say weed is whatever you want to say. Good for you. Take it over there. I don't come into your fucking house, mouth off to you and do shit because I'm drunk or high. Or, good for you. 37 years. Being sober, I'm just going to say this. You were meant to walk this earth sober and to feel everything that you feel and to be connected to everything because it gives you sight. But the way the world is run, and there's so much evil out there and there's so many traumatized people that have not dealt with their trauma, that it is a problem. It is a problem, right? It's a terrible problem. So we have to learn how to heal the trauma. The addiction frequency comes from trauma, which creates a low vibration of either depression, fear, sadness, any other negative kind of thing. And it creates that. And the entities that walk around us, and trust me, they do, find a way into your body, into your frequency, and then they attach. Because remember, okay, you guys have heard this, right? Or I heard it growing up. I don't know if it's a common thing now, but yeah, exactly. People say, oh, they're stone cold drunk or stone faced drunk. You've seen somebody like that. Like, I'm trying to think of that singer. Oh my God. Randy, oh, what the hell is his name? Is it Randy Travis? Maybe I'm getting the wrong guy. If that's the guy, when I looked at him, the blank look, or Glenn Ford, is it not Glenn Ford? Glenn, I forget all these singers' names. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, it's blank faced. That's because, just keep this in mind, entities and demonic energy, Glenn Fry, not Glenn Fry, country star. I'm trying to think. Big country star, and I can't remember. I can't remember because I'm not a country fan, but I know the name. Randy Travis was no, it was the other guy that died. Glenn Campbell, thank you. Notorious alcoholic, right? Yeah, pot and alcohol are so different. I don't want a put it this way. I want you to speak from your truth. I do not want your happy, mind altered, controlled. I don't want that. What I want, look at this one. What are you trying to do? She's trying to, she's trying to sit back there. Look at this. What you doing, Lou? What you doing? I don't have I have all my pictures. What you doing? Why you gotta do that? Come here. No, come here. Come here. Watch. Okay. She's fine. She's trying to get up there, but she sees the pictures and she doesn't want to knock them over. She's like, look at me. So when you hear like stone cold drunk, entities, now keep in mind, we're in this dimension right here. All of them are waiting to get into our frequency because they don't have a physical body to live in. Okay. So they're without physicality and without form. So they love to attach to us and to feel the debauchery of what the fuck we do when they're attached to us. Okay. I know she's funny. She's reorganizing up there. So they love to attach to a high person. I'm not talking moderation. Do your moderation. I'm not talking about that. So you have to understand when they come in and they do that, you respond in a different way. So, yes, I did move again. She did move again. Correct. We do not have anything up here. But these entities, when you see the flash of, like, when they talk about a narcissist whose eyes go dark and flash, when they do that, what happens is the entity is getting into the physical, but they can't live in our physical so long. But how they can live, because they can cause all the chaos on the outer astral levels and all the other dimensions, right? But no more bears. But they cannot feel what it's like to have sex, to fuck random people all day long, and what that feels like because they're not in a physical body. They can't feel what it feels like to eat 16 ice cream cones and chug beers and eat worms out of tequila. They don't know what it feels like to eat 6 cheese pizzas, fuck the bus driver, smack someone in the face. So when they get into you like that, and you have any kind of an opening etherically in your spirit body, they can, no, I'm not talking about reptiles. I'm talking about, I don't know what kind of entities. It could be them, but it could be other things. They enjoy that. The sexual frequency opens them up to be able to keep going. They like that. That's what addiction is. When your loved one, I couldn't think of it. I'm like, and fuck the bus driver. I don't know. I know, right? So when you look at it, when your addicted loved one is on a repetitive loop, that's a demonic loop. I use the word demonic entity loop. That's a frequency loop of something outside of them that is encouraging them to do the bad behavior in order to remain attached. Because when you clean out the closet, the dust cannot stay in there. When you look under the couch and you wipe the floor, the dust balls and bunnies can't hang out there. It was Glenn Campbell. So they do not want you sober. And then they tell you, it's not quite possession like The Exorcist, but it is entity attachment. The Exorcist is a whole other hyped up level of possession. But these people, they'll send shit at you and they'll do stuff. And if your frequency is low, like depression is a low frequency, fear, now she's trying to get in there. Look at her. Lou, what are you doing, Lou? 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 I can see you. I see you, Lou. You've been caught. Lou. Aha. You're such a good baby. She's so good. I got her. She's like, I'm trying to get in that door. And then she's like, uh-oh, I've been caught. She's very active. Yeah, she has her scratching things that Flo sent me. So she's sitting on them over here. I have them all over here. I know, she's so funny. She's so funny. I made a crystal thing under my bed with all my crystals, and good for you for quitting Xanax. She runs in and hides in those crystals if I open the door. But yes, they can possess animals. They can possess anything. And by possess, I mean attached to the etheric body, the spirit body, if there is an opening of frequency. And she's trying to open that door. And the only way to keep your frequency high is to resonate with God, okay? And not to I do understand your body is your temple, but if you let your body, and it's not a vain thing. Your body is your temple. It's where you pray. It's who you are and how you're connected to God. So if you do things to wreck your body, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm not talking like aesthetically, but if you continue to harbor disrespect for self, then it's easier for them to do that to your body. Do you see what I mean? So you want to keep your body frequency and the way you treat yourself properly so that you don't attract that. So you have to work really hard on it. You have to do these things to keep your body active. You just have to do it. And keep in mind, you have to, your body's a temple. Another thing that I just understood today, I don't know if I'm right, but here I am thinking, what kind of game is marriage? What kind of bullshit is marriage, right? And I desperately wanted to have children, so I got married. But who told me that in order to have children, I had to get married? I mean, it's to keep the man around. We know this, otherwise they'll bail. Most of them, maybe 50% of them. But marriage, when you think about it, you know, when you're growing up, if you don't grow up in a home where they encourage you to have sex. So when you're growing up and you read or people tell you, you know, you should wait until you're married or this, that, and the other. Thank you for that, Peggy Sue 94. Taking it you were born in 94. But let's say they say stay a virgin. The reason is, and I never understood this because I'm like, what's wrong with sex? There's nothing wrong with sex. And you can have sex without letting another person in your body. You can do that. When you let the energy and the spores, the poison of a man or female into your body randomly, like multiple, what are you carrying with you that you don't even know when you're 20, 22, 23, 24? What are you carrying with you into all your relationships, and what kind of attachment do you bring? This is why, yes. Well, I'm just getting that this week. I mean, I understand it, but I'm like, that makes sense to me, because if you bother to get married for at least some of the right reasons, if you bother to do that, then it should mean your energy binds together. That makes sense to me, but thank you for that. So I have this thing, and this is just something. So let's say you're married and your spouse has been cheating or whatever, right? So your spouse is sleeping on your mattress, right? Or let's say you're cheating and you're sleeping on your mattress. Always get rid of your mattresses because they fucking go in your mattress. I constantly I have been invited to a sweat lodge. Yes, I have been. I have, yes. Once. Anyway, I get rid of mattresses. So if I were to have company at my house that gross me out, I'm not against throwing the mattress out. No, the attachment gets into, have you ever heard of loaded gifts? Do you know what a loaded gift is? Okay, so like as people who work as professional psychics and mediums, and keep in mind, I had people in my house for 40 years. So people sat in my house. People brought me a lot of things, right? So a lot of times they'll use your bathroom. I'm not talking about the people that actually have to use your bathroom, but some of the, you know, witches and some of the warlocks that come into the house, they'll use your bathroom and they'll come into your house and they'll use what's in your bathroom kind of to spy on you and to open portals, because mirrors are portals. They'll do stuff in your bathroom and you're not going around checking your bathroom. You're probably cleaning your toilet and cleaning the floor and all of that, but they will do stuff like that. They will give you gifts. You have to watch what you eat and watch what's attached to the gifts that come into your house. People bring you things. Oh, it's lovely and it's wonderful, but what's the intention behind what they're bringing you? I don't let people in my house. So these are things you have to watch. And I consider it the same with a mattress. Like, I'm phobic with a mattress. My mattresses are pristine, as in no one's getting on my mattress. Okay, that's it. It's not happening. Yes, troll gifts, right? Cover your mirrors. Yeah, troll gifts. Cover your mirrors. So smart. Troll gifts. The trolls that come to your house. And it has nothing to do whether they act like they like you. It could be your relative. It could be your cousin. It could be someone you don't know. It could be the random weirdo down the street whose husband looks at you and just fucking, she's jealous, or husband's jealous, or whatever it is, right? So these people, jealousy, envy, they can go and throw shit at you and you have no idea. That's why you have to cleanse yourself all the time. You have to return to sender. Spiritual hygiene. Like you remember your mom would say, wash behind your ears, watch your butt, watch your crotch, all of that. Spiritual hygiene. You have to do it too. Yeah, mirrors in the bedroom are bad. Exactly. All of that. So it's, yeah, well, I do not cover my mirrors in the bathroom, but no one's coming in here. So it's just me. You have to protect yourself and you have to send it back. No sleepovers. Yeah, no fucking sleepovers. I have a futon over here. You could sleep on the futon. It doesn't have a mattress and I can wash it down with Pine Sol. That's no joke. It's not leather. It's fake leather. And that you can sleep on, but on my mattress, you're not coming on my mattress. unless I'm with you and I know you. If you're drunk or high, you're not. As a kid, I used to see the demonic energy. I told you, I would be dating people. I would see it on them. And I'm like, get out. So, I mean, you can see it. Smudging bells. I have bowls. Yeah, exactly. I love my new place. It's great. It smells fantastic. Yeah, I do have a new crib. Mirrors are portals. They can spy on you and come through and do all kinds of things. People are going to constantly undermine other people because there's a lot of weirdos on this planet. Pine Sol, exactly. There's a lot. Yeah, I don't let people in my room. Tallulah comes in my room. She's not supposed to because she hangs out on the crystal bowl. She sits on those spiky crystals. It's hilarious. But so you want to treat yourself in a certain way to take yourself out of the perception of a sober mind where you can actually see is, I don't know what to say. I mean, I think that if everybody was in their right mind, they might see things differently in the world and be able to take action. I'm boarding up my house. No mirrors. I mean, I do have a mirror in my bedroom. It's upside down right now. Just because I moved it in there when I was moving shit that was going in my closet, which is shut behind a door, right? But yeah, it's just, you can wash your mirrors. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm covering the windows. I'm fucking covering everything. I'm going out in a fucking plastic bag. Oh God, it fell and broke in half. No. Rio. Hi, Rio from the UK. Yeah. Let's see. Sea salt, look at Lou. She's planning something out there. She's planning. No, people are so, I've watched people watch kids and I've watched adults watch kids and I can read the intention of what they're watching. And it's just really bad. The EVP is the electronic communication between the ghosts and the people. So like they hook into microphones and stuff to see if they can hear the messages from their loved ones. Yes, rosemary beads, rosary beads, anything like that. Lou loves her new place. She's become very cheeky. She's become cheeky. Lou is cheeky. I already have it around the house. Yeah, if you like, you got to know you're powerful. You've got to know that you're powerful and nothing that anybody does to you can outweigh your connection to God. They cannot outweigh your connection to God. So, meaning the stronger your faith is, all their little cowardly shit, because keep in mind, and if you have, just humor me here for a minute. If you have to go to somebody to, hold on here. Good for you. There you go, Melissa. Melissa Ray of Sunshine. I got it. Melissa Ray of Sunshine. Exactly. Yes, of course. So your faith has to be bigger because what kind of people operate like you don't even know. So, sorry, the side of my mouth drive me crazy. So what kind of people, any people, I don't care who it is, from wherever, the neighbor down the street, the person across the country, the person online, the person in the, T-Mobile office, the person in the restaurant that gets envy and jealousy actually wants to take what's yours and be what's yours and like destiny swap, which is a real thing. But ask yourself, why would you sneak behind the scenes if you're so powerful? And keep in mind, they have other people do these things if you're so powerful. Why don't you come up front? Why don't you knock on the person's door and go, hey, bitch, I'm jealous of you, you fucking bitch? No. They go behind the scenes and they undermine and manipulate from under a rock. So why are you afraid of what they're doing? You can combat it every single time with your strong faith. And in my case, I pray in the name of Jesus, amen. That's just who I am. I'm sorry. And I'm going to keep a strong faith to God. And that's what I'm going to do. And so when I have that faith, your weakness and your cowardness from behind the scenes is never going to affect anybody or anything because you're doing it from a position and an intention of cowardice and also theft. Okay, so you want somebody else's husband, you want somebody else's money, you want what they have. Why don't you always pray over your food? Why don't you? Yes, no weapon shall prosper. Exactly. Um, like, why don't they say it up front? Like, what are you creeping around behind for? It's because they don't have power. So what is in the what is it, the art of war, I forget that thing, the abject of surprise and hidden element is where they come at you from. So when they come at you from a hiding position and they come at you from behind the scenes, then like you don't know what's coming, so you're taken by surprise. That doesn't mean they have power over you. Yes, take your fear and be faithful. Nothing can get to you when you have faith. Like, you can come at me with whatever the fuck you want. You won't take me down because I believe in Jesus. Yes, the art of war. So they say it's sneaky behind the scenes. That's cowardice. If you've got some balls, I'm a girl, so I don't. But if you've got, I just spat. Bleh. If you're strong in spirit and you're connected to God, you don't have to be secret. You can come out here and speak truthfully. You can say your words. But a lot of people want to dumb down conversation and make things, behind the scenes and secret and all kinds of bullshit. And no, I don't believe in multiple gods. I believe you can believe in what you want. I'm never going to stop you. Oh man, she got into the bathroom. Lou. I got to turn it that way. Lou. Oh, she got there. I had to turn it because she got in the bathroom. I believe in the God that I believe in, but people are raised all over the world with different beliefs and faith, and that I don't have any problem with that. I don't have to believe in your God. That doesn't make your God less powerful. I believe in what I believe, and when I die, I'm going to find out if I'm right, if I'm wrong, whatever. So the same with you. The same. She just opened the door. I know, she was determined. But yeah, a lot of women are sneaky and go behind the scenes. And what do people say? Wait. Hold on. Why do people say mediums can't be with God? I have no idea. I've always been with God as a small child. I don't know why they say that because, again, I don't have my microphone because I can't find it. I got like 4 more boxes to unpack. Okay, here's, ta-da, the 3 wise men followed the North Star. Charting the stars equals astrology. On the advice of a what? A what? A prophet. Medieval term for seer or psychic. So when you say that in the Bible, that's not what it says. Or why are the 3 wise men following the North Star on the advice of a psychic, aka prophet? Why is that in the Bible? So they say it, that's man-made. I'm just curious. The 3 wise men followed the North Star on the advice of a prophet. All the priests in the Bible wore crystals. The most idiotic religious terminology I hear is that crystals are evil. I find crystals when I'm hiking in Palm Springs on the side, like when I'm going up the side of the mountain, there's quartz crystal in the ground. What? I can't pick it up because it's evil? It's in the ground. Shut up. And take your diamond ring off because that too is a crystal. I can't with people. Use your common sense. My God doesn't do that, okay? Because that's not what happens. Okay. Thank you for this. I'm extremely connected to my dreams and waking life. I feel I can map out vivid memories within dreams. I think I'm also having visions of a place where it's the golden hour all the time. Oh, do tell me. So you're having oh my God. What do they call it? Prophetic dreaming, but it's also I just forgot the word. Oh, I'm tongue-tied. What is the word? Lucid dreaming. You're lucid dreaming. So you're moving through dimensions while lucid dreaming and having prophetic dreams, which is telling insight. So when people say, okay, anybody on earth here alive right now, age 110 down to age 0, 1 day old, 1 minute old. Anybody on this earth that tells you you can't be with God, Stop the presses. How the fuck do they know? How do they know? Who told them that? Because I don't know. Do you know? I mean, who wrote the Bible? Who rewrote the Bible? How are they preaching it? Under whose doctrine? Many different doctrines, many different ways of interpreting. But that's right. No one speaks for God. So when you say God, mediums can't be with God, who the hell said that? No one said that. No one said that. If you listen properly, you can talk to God. The point is, a lot of people don't listen properly. They want a fucking fix. The priests in the Bible wore crystal protection. I wear crystal protection. A lot of people do. They're not bad. You wear a wedding ring on your finger. Why? It's a crystal. Take it off now, you religious kooks. The ones that say that shit, take it off. Yeah, false religion is a real thing. I don't quote things until I get asked like about a medium, and then I'm like, I don't think anything about anybody else's religion because I haven't studied any religion. I just know what I know from my experience as a child and connecting to the energy as a child. I don't wear mine. I don't wear that ring. Mine got stolen in a home invasion robbery. But anyway, yes, the priest breastplates were made out of gems. So the gems are in the ground, for God's sakes. The gems are in the ground. If you hike in the desert, you can find crystals. You can go to Tennessee and you can find opal. You can find whatever. So what, I mean, God, I can't with people. So yes, my new place is good. I've not said all this. I've not set this all up. Yeah, they hide the teachings. They want psychics and mediums and they want to mock us. That's why they put turbans on our head, make us look like fucking clowns, tell us that we have to look a certain way. You don't know how many times when I was working in the networks where I was told you're too attractive. I'm talking when I'm in my 20s, but you're too attractive to be psychic. You can't dress like that. Keep your hair down. Shut up. This is how I actually look and I'm still psychic. Thank you. Thank you for that, Air Music. I hope I'm saying that. Air EA Music. I'm trying to say that. I can't pronounce anything. But back in the day, like John used to say to me, it was such a joke in our house. He'd say, go get a moo-moo, put on a fat suit and wear a brown wig with glasses and no makeup. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. This is what I look like. This is how I'm showing up. This is who I am. I'm not changing my appearance. I'm not an actress. I am a psychic. I was born that way. I'm going out the way I look. This is the way I look. If you don't like the way I look on TV because you're trying to steer and propagandate what a medium looks like, that's a you problem. I'm showing up like this. You're going to have to deal with it. I got told like always, because I had long bleached hair. We don't want you looking too sexy. Excuse me, I'm going to look the way I want to look. I mean, what is that about? It's so weird. Black tourmaline, yes, it's so weird. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Road trip, crystal hike with Sloan. Yeah, no, really, in the desert they have it. Me and Maya found a bunch of crystals in the desert hiking up. The problem was, after like 11 miles, we're so tired, we don't want to put more rocks in our knapsacks because we can hardly get up the last like steep ass hill. We're dying. Yeah, no, this was on mainstream TV and networks. This is how they want you to appear. I don't want to appear like that. I don't want to come on looking like, whatever. That's why they mock us. That's why they do it. That's why they do. I told you I was hired to do that infomercial with, oh my God. He used to do the Learning Annex. He made $1 million deal with Trump way back in the day for the Learning Center, Learning Annex. His name's Bill something, whatever the fuck his name was. I went to the whatever hotel in Santa Monica. I met him there. He hired me to do his infomercial as a psychic and tried to put a turban on my head. Never discussed this beforehand. We discussed the money and he goes, well, how are they going to know you're psychic? And then I told you the story. He's like, how are they going to know you're psychic? I'm like, I guess because I am. And he goes, well, you're just going to look like an average housewife. I'm like, bro, your fucking housewife wife doesn't even look like me. So shut the fuck up. I mean, I mean, yeah, I just left. I'm like, down. I was literally in a hotel room. They film in hotel rooms too. It's kind of a dangerous setting when I think about it. But I'm like, get away with me. He had a female in there. I'm like, and then, oh my God, I was wearing these gold bracelets and I took them off because they were clanking when the, like, um, the microphone was on, whatever, it was clanking. So I took them off, put them on the couch. I stormed out of there and then I had to go back and knock and get my bracelets and leave. But I'm like, stay. I go, don't touch me with that. He goes, but we have to. I'm like, like that. The camera guy was cracking up. The chick was like, well, don't you just think? I'm like, get away from me. No, don't touch. Yeah, it's the monkey dance. I'm like, don't fucking do that. Anyway, yeah, it was really funny. They paid me the money. I don't think they ever aired it, but I was like, yeah, don't do that to me. Don't. I'm going to say 2005, 2008, somewhere in there. I can't really remember. It's all such a blur. Like, yes, that's it. Bill Zanker. Yes, that guy. Yeah, that was in Santa Monica, and I think it was the Lowe's Hotel, and he was perfectly lovely. This was not written into the contract or the talent release that I signed, that I had to put a fucking turban on. I'm not wearing a turban on my head. Ever. Ever. If your audience is that stupid that they don't know I'm psychic when I'm on a psychic infomercial, then that's their problem. I mean, my son was psychic as a child. He was a child. John's psychic. A turban, yes. I know. That, and it was a dumb looking. They hid that from me. So I showed up dressed something like this. I didn't have this on, but I had like a turtleneck and slacks. That's it. And just like, makeup and long hair. That's it. I'm never putting that on. Get the fuck away from me with that. I was so mad when I left there. I get all the way down to the lobby. I look at my hands. I'm like, oh my God, my bracelets. Just crawl back up in the elevator. Knock, knock, knock. I'm really sorry to bother you, but I left my bracelets in the couch. Can you find them? I put them behind me so they wouldn't clink. Anyway, I mean, yes, that's it. I was like dying laughing. I was like, no. Yes, no more. I am not putting a turban. We almost got into it there. He kept trying to insult me. Like, you're just going to look like an average housewife. I'm like, I don't look like average anything. But if I were an average housewife, then that would be my look. And I would be psychic, being an average housewife, bro. If I'm a baseball player and I look like that and I'm psychic, then that's what I look like. For God's sakes. It was so funny. I know it was like, but they love to mock us because they're using our ability. Okay. They're using our ability to manipulate people and fear people. I don't do that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do the best job that I can do in the best way that I can in order to help people. And that's it. But it was just really funny. It's just funny. I went out of there like this. Rear. I mean, just like, but when I think about it, putting yourself in a position, Windsor, Ontario. Now that's where my adopted dad was from, was Windsor. And my Aunt Meme, my grandma, my Auntie Meme. Do you mind looking in this crystal ball? Well, crystal balls, you can scry in a crystal ball. I have a lot of obsidian crystal balls. Yes, Johnny Carson. Yes. I remember that. He'd hold the card to his head. Exactly. I'm not wearing a turban. Like, no. Yeah, I know. They love mocking people. You can make a skit about it. I mean, I don't care. I love obsidian. It's my favorite thing. I'm obsessed with obsidian. Scrying means to get information. So when you scry, black mirror. I have black obsidian, quote, mirrors. So they're flat and they're thick, but they're flat. If you look at them, there's a form of, I guess, information receiving, where you can kind of blank your eyes out and zone into the energy and you can get images on it. That's called scrying. People scry in water, people scry in snow, people scry in crystals. Crystal balls is mostly what you are familiar with. People, when the lady looks into the crystal ball, she's actually scrying. She's using it as a way of elevating the frequency because Crystal will elevate it. That's what she's doing, or he or whoever. Sorry, ran out of space. Golden hour, everything's used. I'm in a craft patrolling. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my God, that's interesting. Because they do, okay, Natalie on here, my little friend Natalie, I don't know if she's on here tonight, but Natalie had a dream of Keith and Angie together, which was Jackie's daughter. Jackie has since passed away, and Angie had passed away before Keith, I think 2019 on Father's Day, and then Keithy passed away. And Natalie dreamt of them both in an airport, like what you described, in uniform, patrolling. She was in the dream. She went in there. So there is something to be said for that. I think it's a dimension on the other side. Natalie described something like that, but the teleportation in between dimensions. And it was way back in 2020 or 2021, whenever she had this and we spoke about it, which was lovely. She described Angie and Keith wanting a pretzel, a salty big pretzel. So they found her purse, and in this dream that she had, she went back and she bought them pretzels. Well, that was Angie's favorite food, because when I told Jackie that and described what Natalie said, Angie was like blown away, because that's what Jackie was blown away because that's what her daughter, who had been murdered, but that's what Angie had always wanted, was these big chunky salty pretzels. And Keith was with her, and Keith had like they both had uniforms on and labels. Okay. So yeah, I know I'm losing faith. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. Yeah, I never went to church either, so I'm not indoctrinated, but anyway, so what you're describing is I believe it's a dimension in between. I just had a dream that time. Stopped. Okay. See, I think you're saying you had the same kind of dream. But anyway, yeah, Jackie and Angie. I miss Jackie. She would make me laugh on the phone. She would send me t-shirts with my picture on them. She was so lovely. And she was treated so poorly at the end of her life, and after losing her daughter and in the hospital, and just never quite moving forward. And why would she? Anyway, and she passed away. She was younger. So I don't know if she'd be 60 yet. Anyway, yeah. So yes, I had military dreams, me fighting other beings in a war. Yeah, I think we're in different dimensions doing different things. I don't have any fear anymore. My only fear was losing a child, and that happened. So I'm not afraid. I don't know if I'm seeing your messages. I see that message, but am I obligated to answer you? Because you're screaming at me over there? Yeah, the eclipse is crazy. Yeah, remote viewing is very interesting. But I want you, let's see, babies with Parkinson's? Hold on, my friend psychic told me my husband asked, want to stay and watch over me. I don't recall her exact words. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there are people that watch over us here for sure. I absolutely believe it. We are not safe on this planet. It's a joke. But you have to remember, don't be afraid of anything. So the reason I started hiking on ledges and cliffs, it is my new place. It's great. I have not set up my studio. I'm waiting to figure out where I'm going to put it. But the reason I started hiking up and going on ledges, I'm afraid of heights. So when I see like a balcony and I go to look like this, I can't handle it. So I started hiking on ledges where I had no way out but to face my fear. Everything that I do is to face any kind of fear. I hike in the dark. I do all kinds of things to face my fears, period. 63 had pulmonary and no cure except bilateral, not afraid to die. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. That's so crazy how people get lung cancer. That's like such or fibro, whatever you just said, that it's so weird. Let's see. Yeah, who's saying be respectful? I didn't say anything. Climbed a rock wall today, made me happy. Yes. We have to get rid of our fears though, because in this world, like especially with all the bullying going on and like trolls can come online and say bullshit about people, you have to really not be afraid. You have to stand in your power, and you must cleanse your energy. And you must send and return to sender. And keep in mind, word spells. So someone says something shitty to you and tries to tell you how you feel. Never tell a person. That's the spirit of like, that's manifesting, making sure that you tell somebody else how they're feeling, or you choose to misunderstand. Don't do that. You don't know what anyone is. Excuse me. Even if you know them, right? Even if you know them, you don't really know what they're thinking. So don't do that. Like so many people online, they come up here and they're like, la, la, la. You don't fucking know me. So don't do that. You don't know her. You don't know him. You don't know any of that. So absolutely words. No, my point was words are spells, and people try to project onto you what it is they want you to do or how they want you to respond to them. If you have faith and you're connected to God, they can't get you. And I'm telling you that. I mean, maybe they can bug you for a while, but God is far more strong than any demon that they ever meant. Any. I'm asking chatters to be respectful. Thank you. Thank you for that. And the super chat. I was like, wait, who's not being respectful? I'm trying to be respectful. But yeah, you have to have an understanding that your strength comes from your creator and through you. So no low level troll fruit who has to hide in the dark and do shit from behind the scenes, like your neighbor that you don't even fucking know, who wants to put a spell on your husband because they want your husband for some reason, or they want your life, or they want your whatever, right? So that's done in secrecy. That will always, yes, pets are definitely psychic. That will always come to light, and they will never win. You may not like get what you're looking for in this life, but they will be accountable for it. Oh, thank you for that, Lori. Thank you so much. That's how you have to know it. Anybody that says, this is what they want your husband. Well, I'm like, if somebody's married, like they're married, you know what I mean? Or they want your wife. No, I used to get a lot of people that used to come to my house and they're like, can you do a candle so I can have insert name of man? He's married, but I think I should be with him. I'm in love with him. I'm not doing a candle for you for that. There is no really candle for that. It's all manipulation. And manipulation unfolds 10 times worse than it started off with the intention. So any kind of binding intention in love, you're really fucking with the natural order. When you fuck with that natural order, it's going to come back up. No, I used to get it all the time. There's a lot of people that think they're little spell workies. And here's another thing. So don't mean to burst your bubble, but okay, look. Now I'm getting stink eye over here. Hi, Lou. Hi, Lou. Say hi to the people. There you are, Lou. She's over there. She's like, she's like that. Here's another thing. If you go to a practitioner to have spell work done, you are responsible for that spell work. The practitioner is neutral. They just have a service and a skill. You were the one with the intention. The fallout comes back to you, not to them, to you. So you think you're getting someone else to do something, to control something, to manipulate something because you don't want to do it. A lot of them want to wash their hands like this and say, well, I didn't do it. I went to Sally and she did it. That's you doing it. Just because you have a proxy doesn't mean you're not responsible. So universal law, there's repercussions for that. So when you're doing something, you should be, love spells. Don't do it. Just don't do it. No matter how much you love the person, even if it's your husband wants a divorce, step away. You cannot take away free will. You cannot threaten free will either. Copper necklace and pendant for protection. Absolutely copper. Copper radiates. Yes, copper is very good. Copper repels. Stop. Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to, we all want, yes, I wouldn't want someone else's husband. I had a lot of clients like that, well, it's mistresses having affairs with married men. And that is like whatever, I don't get, do whatever you got to do, but don't ask me to help you. I'm not going to be complicit in that shit. So when people do that, or what we call online like gang stalking, when somebody sets up a false narrative in order to have other people go after other people, just because they can't get their way with them or whatever, there's also repercussions for that. There's repercussions for every form of energetic manipulation that you practice with your intention, because God knows your intention. So let's say you don't know what you're doing. You're just like, you're ignorant to what your intention is. Like you're just doing it because you're like, oh, what the hell? I don't really know much about this. That's different than setting out with an intention to throw something at somebody. That's different. So when you have faith, and a gang stalking is ridiculous, and some fucker does something, I don't know if there's somebody for every person. I mean, probably, but I don't know that you find it in this dimension. So I don't know. Actually, I don't, I hear the word soulmate a lot. And soulmate means person you've spent a past life with. I want Donnie Osmond for Rod Stewart, but not that way. Oh, Tiger Beat. That's so, I know how old you are now. Sean Cassidy. And one of my friends ended up working with him. I'm like, oh, come on. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, but he just looks like a normal dude now. But anyway, yeah, so you don't want to manipulate energy, and people that are going out of their way to throw energy at people because they want something, or they're jealous, or they're off their rocker, whatever the problem is, or they're targeting you because they, in their assumption, think you shouldn't have what you have. That's like a character assassination on an energy. I love Leif Garrett. Character assassination on a different level. So if you're going to deliberately character assassinate somebody, and you know, or you don't even know what you're talking about, like you don't even know, but you just think you should be saying that, repercussions for that as well. No, soulmates are not necessarily great relationships. That's correct. That's correct. Even spiritual, like religious. Yes, you can't do that. You have to let people be, even if it hurts you. People have the right to make the choices in their life. They have the right to be informed. That's why when you withhold information from somebody and you don't tell them, you're not giving them an opportunity. Bay City Rollers, SATURDAY, night. Okay, I'm over it. I'm also giving up my age there, but I had the Bay City Roller green socks. I really did. Okay, listen. Don't focus on weight loss, and I'll tell you why. When you say, I want to lose weight, you're suggesting that you are in a predicament where you're heavy already, because you're saying, I want to have water. If I said to you, I want to have water, you'd be like, you've got a sink full of water over there. So why are you saying you want to have water? Just get the water. When you say to the universe, I want to have water, it implies you don't have water. I want to lose weight, it implies that you're overweight. Don't do that. You have to get your thinking neutral, and you have to just live one moment at a moment, like every minute of the day. And that's what you have to do. So, oh, thank you for that, Miss North. That's what you have to do. It puts you in lack, so don't do that. Just think of abundance and do things that make you smile. Perhaps don't look at yourself in the mirror. I have a hard time in the mirror, like in my house. If I walk by a window in a mall or something and I think I look fat, I'm out of my fucking mind. If I catch myself from a side view and I see it, I'm like, oh God. And it throws me into just like, I'm miserable. So it's better off if I don't view myself. So when I'm outside and I'm hiking, I feel beautiful. If I'm in a mirror, in a room, looking at myself, I don't feel beautiful. I judge. So we all tend to do that. So just spend every day doing something that makes you smile. Take the dog for a walk. Take the cat for a walk. There's a cat that hikes the trails. It's called the hiking cat. They carry him up in a hiking thing and then take him out on a leash. Anyway, he climbs into altitude. But do whatever makes you happy. but do not focus on your weight. If you focus on, I have to lose weight, what you're saying is, I'm big and heavy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, beauty comes from within and everybody's body is different. So take a look at your family gene pool and start recognizing that you shouldn't be comparing yourself, because your gene pool also describes what you're going to look like. I haven't lost the baby weight. It's been 34 years. I hear you. I got baby ass hanging on behind me. Um, okay, you just said it. How do I manifest a good job? I promise you the only way to manifest, I know I go against all the teachings, but here it is. The only way I know from personal experience to manifest was when I wasn't making money and I had a lot of things that I had to do. I could not sit in my house and think about what kind of job that I could get. Yes, release. What kind of job I could get. I have an eating disorder and I was called heavy my whole life. Chubby, heavy, big butt, big legs, fat head, skinny face, all this shit from childhood. It never goes away. So when I look in the mirror, I hear those words. That's why you have to watch what you say to people. And sometimes you can call somebody skinny and they don't like it. Men are a lot like that. If you call men, I have dysmorphia too. If you call men skinny, they all want to be beefy. So they hate you when you call them skinny. A girl's like, yeah, call me skinny. A guy's like, fuck you, like this. Oh my God, smoke free, good for you. Yeah, I didn't like her either. Yeah, no, I know. It traumatized me tremendously. Ugh. I used to put makeup on and she said I look like a clown. Oh, don't you look like a cute little clown? This is the shit that was said to me day in and day out and day in and day out. And whore. Don't forget whore. As a 7-year-old whore. Former 7-year-old whore here. Anyway, a lot of us went through it. A lot of us went through that. These psychopaths. Oh, 5'11", 180, big. No, 5'11" is great. 180 seems normal. I mean, because you're 5'11". That seems very normal for your height. I haven't seen you, but it seems normal. Yeah, just disrespectful. Terrible. Yeah, I know. Just really horrible. Okay, so here's how you manifest a good job, a good life, a good lover, a good pet, a good house, a good car, whatever it is you're looking for. Do not say the specifics of what you're trying to manifest. Just trust me with this. When I had no money or nothing and my clients dried up, this was a year, probably 2017, I started hiking. Well, I always hiked, but I started hiking like a crazy person. So I had no money. I wouldn't know how I was going to pay my credit card bills, my food bills, my whatever, car payment, all of that shit, right? I was told not to get fat for my husband at 10. Yeah, that's good. Like, how do you know I was going to be fat? But anyway, okay, crazy. Anyway, not you crazy. Whoever told you that crazy. So I would go out and hike. I experienced such joy watching trees and birds and flowers, and I started doing it. So the more business that didn't come in, I went hiking. I had a big smile on my face. I took videos. It is in the frequency of joy that abundance will follow. Hear me clearly. The frequency of joy and abundance will follow. So that's what you want to do. Lots of bears. You want to find joy. Whatever puts a smile on your face will bring about abundance, because abundance is joy. Abundance is everything that you need to feel joy. So instead of focusing on a particular thing you want, husband, car, business, dog, cat, shoes, I don't know, whatever you want, right? Hi from Canada, my people. My people. So it's joy. When you are joyful, abundance follows. So make sure that in every moment of the life that you're living that isn't what you envision for yourself, that you find joy, because the joy will come. Suddenly you'll think of something and it will happen. People do not like to let go like that. I have done it. It works. I never prayed for like, oh, I want to have money or I want to have this. I prayed just to God and to be a good person and to be of service the best way I could. And then I enjoyed the smile on my face, the joy I get from hiking every single day, even when I don't want to. But when I'm up there and I see a tree and I'm running back to my car, I'm like, I did it. I made it. Yay. Coffee makes me happy. Tallulah makes me happy. Jason makes me happy. Kenna makes me happy. Meadow and Lila make me happy. Even John will make me happy. That's all I do. I don't anticipate or have an expectation. I know that I will be taken care of in abundance. Abundance means you have everything you need. You are abundant. You are abundant in your relationships. You are abundant with money and food and cars and job. It's abundance you want, not a specific thing. If that's just my opinion from my experience, because I've tried everything else. I've tried manifesting, all of this. That's not how it works. If you ask, yeah, it's just, oh, thank you. That's nice. So it's in the joy that you have. If you love walking dogs, go walk your dogs. Music. If you love music and violin, do that. I love putting on them pole shoes and trying to do an invert on a pole while bruising my knees while I'm clinging for dear life upside down. Then that's what makes me happy. And after I've spent my day being happy, a lot of good things come to me. People will mention things to me about things that I want or things that will happen or things that's what will happen. So it's in the abundance, because when you say, I want to manifest $1 million, I want to manifest a car, I want to manifest whatever it is you want to manifest, you're saying you don't have it. You're saying, so don't mention it. Like, you don't ever wake up and go, I think I want to know that I can breathe. I've never heard any of you say that in the morning, like, oh my God, I wonder if I can breathe today. Like, I think I'm going to manifest air. You automatically exist within that frequency. Abundance is shopping makes you happy. Exactly. So exist in a frequency of joy. Do the things that make you happy. Even when you have anxiety. There were things I did when I had anxiety that made me happy. There were little teeny sparks of joy that I worked through, that I felt, little glimmers, little moments. And truthfully, just little teeny bits. So I learned to hold on to those. And I learned that no matter what other people are doing or saying, that, oh my God, matcha lattes, cappuccino over here. I see espresso on a sign. I'm like, happiness. Oh, angels have sung. I know, Lou is being so silly. Oh, she's moved closer. Look, she's she's moving closer. I'm sorry, she makes me laugh. I sleep on this couch with her every night because I'm so allergic. I can't sleep in the bed with her. So we sleep on this couch at night for like 2 hours, then I go to bed. So then I brush my teeth and wash my hands, and then I Scooby off into my bed because she's on my face and I start to get a little bit itchy. It's not her fault. It's not, it's not her fault. I love her. That's why. So just, it's in the joy. It's in joy. That brings about, hi, Anthony, how are you? I know, her big yawn. She's so funny. What do I use? You know what? Costco had a sale on Tom's it's Tom's non-fluoride. I do not use fluoride toothpaste. So anything without fluoride I use. Anything with fluoride I do not use. Yeah, she's so cute. Just be joyful. Oh, thank you for that. Just be happy. Just be happy. Like, I know it's hard, but the reason you're not happy, in my opinion, if you're not happy, there's moments we're not happy. I've been there, trust me. Is because I'm not talking about like death or car accidents or illness. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like if you wake up and you go, I'm in my life sucks, I hate it, right? We've all been there. I've been there. But the reason you're not happy in that is because you believe and have an expectation that isn't in alignment with your soul purpose. And the reason it's not in alignment usually is because you're attaching it to a belief system. Aw, thank you for Lou's treats. She's going to love that. Treats, Lou, treats. We're going to PetSmart or Petco, where the pets go, whichever one we come across. So you have an expectation because maybe you grew up in a house with doctors and the doctor said, you got to have a house and a summer house and you got to whatever, right? And that's not you. Maybe you just like to be a hippie and dance with flowers in your hair in the moonlight and put your feet in the water. Or maybe you grew up with hippies and you want to go work on Wall Street, whatever it is. Your expectation and what you compare yourself to will usually make you miserable. If you have no expectation of anything, none, Like literally step back and detach. That's the hardest thing. I'm finally able to do it. And the only reason I'm able to do it, I mean, I was able to do it a little bit before Keith died in my 50s, but after Keith died, I really learned how to become detached. Hippies. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. I know I'm from the generation of hippies. Okay. My mom was kind of a hippie dippy. I'm an upscale hippie. Like I like to be all coiffed. My mother was a nature girl and not a lot of makeup and not that shit. I like bleach, makeup, and bling, but I'm still hippie at heart, if that makes sense. Um, no, do your channel. Motivation, saying you're not motivated is irrelevant. Take action. Get up every day like you have a baby crying for you to feed them, and get up and feed the baby. The baby being yourself, and the action you take, if only for 10 minutes, is to do something, you know, yeah, no, it's true. It's to do something that you want to do, and stop judging how much you get done. I'm very much like that. I go for 12, 13 hours a day and I don't stop. I try not, I'm sitting here, but I try, if I have to sit, I'm miserable. So I try to like make errands and go here and go there and go everywhere. Overcoming depression, 100% is exercise. They have proven that exercise more than any medication, okay? And I'm talking about cardiovascular. I don't care what kind you do, ride a bike, jump, skip a rope, hike, dance, canoe, I don't care. Whatever makes you sweat will change your brain chemistry. Give it 3 weeks and your brain chemistry will change. What I did after my son died, now I just forgot this guy's name again. Rabbi Ken. Anyway, I listened to him. He talked about astrology. I could not get off the floor after my son died. I could not sit still and I could not get off the floor. 10 miles of cardio today. Fantastic. I'm loving it. That makes me happy. I love anybody that tells me they ran a long distance or they walked or they bicycled or oh my God, I love it. I could not get off the floor. So I made up errands for myself. The way I got myself out of the house in the morning, and the only way I've ever gotten, let's see, stretching, even starters. If you have, yes, stretching, any kind of stretching, anything on a chair. Anything you can do. I'm trying to stretch. I'm like, it's not going to work here. But anything you can do will create will stop depression. It's a chemical imbalance that starts with a spiritual impasse. So when the spiritual aspect hits you, that causes a depression, grief, the loss of a relationship, the expectation of a certain style of life, hormones, chemicals. Hormones are very real in male and female. If you do cardiovascular, it connects your brain chemistry. After 3 weeks, you will feel better. Better than medicine, and it's something you have control over. So in order to clear depression, this is what I would do. Just saying. So I would, thank you for that. I would, 15 miles on spin. That sounds delicious. Like that sounds like ice cream to me. Which I would eat after I spun, which is naughty, but it would be low carb. Okay, anyway, not the point. Get up in the morning, and if you drink a soda, a Red Bull, a coffee, I don't care what it is you do, put your clothes on before you grab that drink. Just say to yourself, I'm going to get dressed before I go get the Red Bull and crawl back into bed. After Keith died, I slept in my clothes. When my stepson died, I slept in my clothes. I would hike and come and crawl into bed. It's a wonder John could sleep beside me because I crawled into bed in my clothes. I didn't shower. I didn't care. I just had to lie down because I was so brutalized mentally after the first thing with postpartum depression, and then after Keith as well. It's really, I couldn't, it was weird. Anyway, I would make myself get up, and I would literally say, if you want coffee, you're going to get in your car dressed. Don't go in your pajamas. And you're going to get that coffee. You're going to get that coffee. You're going to go through the drive-thru. I don't care if it's Starbucks, wherever you go. Vaughn's, it doesn't matter, wherever. And I'm wearing running shoes. If you want the coffee, you got to exercise for 20 minutes. You got to walk down the street to get the coffee. So I would drive in my car to get to the coffee. And since I was already dressed and had the coffee, and I've told this before, I would then have to go to the hiking trail. And I would drink my coffee on the way to the hiking trail, park my car, and say, you just have to go halfway up. And by the time I got halfway, I'm like, well, bitch, you got to finish it. But that was me. So after 3 weeks of making yourself, and you have to choose to do it. I'm not saying you're going to feel well. I was devastated. I walked around devastated. I listened to that Rabbi Kin, I think it's Kin. He talked about astrology. Yes, yes, Rabbi Kim, thank you. Him, I'm trying to, saved my life. He doesn't even know me from Adam. But he talked about his philosophy and astrology through his teachings and through his religion. So what I did, because I could not handle, I had such severe anxiety, and I'm talking about after my stepson and then after Keith, that I couldn't, like, I wanted to garden, but if I went into Home Depot, I couldn't handle the stimulus around me. So I put my ear pods on and I listened on repeat to all of his videos. So I listened to him talk. So I found a subject I liked. And so, yes, whatever it is you like, I found a subject I liked. So for me, this was the subject, and it was referred to me by an astrologer friend of mine. So that's what I did. And I listened to this. Yes, yes, I listened to him. His voice was oddly soothing, and his voice was interesting. And I just focused, like I could hear little bits and pieces. He talked about grief. He talked about astrology. He talked about all kinds of things. And I went through my day-to-day. It was devastating for me, but I went through my day-to-day life listening to him anywhere I went in public. Because when people said to me, hi, how are you? I wanted to say, I'm dying inside, I'm dead. But I didn't want to say that, obviously. So I just listened to him and went through my day like that. And that is what actually helped me. I did that for 6 months. 6 months. I did that every day, every morning, everywhere I walked, everything. I mean, providing I got service. This is what I did. So I did that. I did it to the best of my ability. And then I started planning things. So in order to get out of my depression, I planned things. Is in 18 minutes. Yes, Kelly, happy birthday. In 18 minutes, Kelly. Everybody wish Kelly a happy birthday. 18 minutes. It's the time. So at 9 o'clock, well, no, 18 minutes. I don't know. It's 8:44. Somebody add 18 minutes. It's at 9:03 or 2. Anyway, no. Okay. Anthony, ambition. Stop it, Anthony. I don't want to slap you in the face. I don't want to get on a plane and get to Toronto and bitch slap you. I'm just laughing. So the other thing I did to get motivated is I planned things. Now, for me, I did this financially in that I put my money down to my ideas. So I said, I'm going to go hike the Grand Canyon. And I paid for it ahead of time. So on the way there, I tried everything. I'm such an escape artist that I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't want to drive. I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. Fuck you. Fuck off, everybody. Then I paid for it, so I would have to go. I booked the trip to Mexico. Before we went, a week before, I'm like, I don't want to go. We get to Mexico. 3 of us are like, let's book a flight back home. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to bail. I just plan things and I make myself do it. And the whole time I'm doing it, I'm trying to escape it. It's my usual MO. Or I'm a runner. So this is what you do. Plan something. Plan it. Like, I'm going to start a garden. So I have to get a garden box and I have to go buy seeds, whatever. Plan it. How do we know what skills to focus on? Oh, no. Just live in joy. It doesn't matter what your skill is. Just do what makes you happy. It will come to you. There's no guarantee, and you may not know what your skills are. So in the act of exploring life, doing things that are not on repeat or not, what's the word? That we do every day the same. Okay, like, I don't know, like on a loop. You'll find out what you like. You don't have to be good at anything. And most people can do a lot of everything. So it's just you who, the mundane, yeah, that the routine. Thank you. I'm like trying to do it. I didn't know I could do aerial. And I'm telling you, those group of girls, I mean, I jumped into it after I lost my son. I decided In 2023, I obviously Keith died in 2020, but in 2023, I suddenly picked up the phone and called an aerial studio. And never done it in my life. And I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to do this shit. So I paid for beginner classes and then didn't want to go and then stuck to it. And I was bad. It took me 3 or 4 months, possibly 6, to climb a French climb or regular climb. I could do Russian climb, but it took me, some people walk into their first class, they can do pullovers, they can get up on the hoop. Oh my God. Me? I was like special ed at the back of the room. Like I needed 2 people and a helmet walking around because I fell out of so many different things. I fell out of so many different things. So yeah, there you go. So I just started taking these classes. These beautiful people in these classes, these teachers, all vibrant, all different, all from different stages in life. And the young women, all the way from 20 up to 40 that are in the class, and their different lifestyles and just such different things, was so interesting and fun. And we all have become friends, and what a joy that is. If I hadn't have been such an idiot to sign up for these classes that I never did before, I would have never met these people. And I will tell you, in the midst of my depression and grief and sometimes suicidalness myself, I was able to focus on a physical activity that I couldn't think about being depressed because I couldn't do the activity. If I fell out of the hoop or fell down out of the silks, I was going to end up in the emergency room, which did happen a few times. But I had to focus. Like when you're hanging upside down and she's like, tie your back, you're going to fall. You can't go, I'm depressed, I can't do that. You're going to like, bitch, tie your back, you know? So I learned how to do that. I learned how to do that through the action of doing something I never thought. And what a joy all of these different young women in their different stages of life are, and what a pleasure it is. So that was something I did, and I couldn't necessarily afford it, but I did it at the time because it was a little bit of an extra expense. After 3 strokes, heart surgery. My left hand and leg are still oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you can start. I don't know how to answer that. I'm wondering if maybe a pool might be good for you. Does your gym have a pool or some kind of like physical therapy? What do they call it when they work on your motor skills or your movement? Run for mayor, Anthony. Do it, please. I'll vote. I can vote in Canada. I will vote for you. My favorite color is blue, as is prefaced by my earrings. That's a lot. The strokes and heart thing, that's a lot. I'm glad you're okay. Oh my God, that's a lot. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I've done it. I do put my money where my mouth is. So when I say being sober, I am sober. When occupational therapy, thank you. I did all of these things. You know, I met beautiful people at the pole class. I walked into pole class at 58 years old with my cellulite and my fucking jiggly ass, which is my phobia. I put on those stupid shorts with women with all kinds of bodies. And I'm talking women with mastectomies, women with big curvy bodies, women very overweight, women very, very tiny, beautiful, my ideal women, beautiful rockin' little bodies women, powerful women. I walked in and I did what they did like a fool. I couldn't keep up because the level of strength that these ladies have, but I did it. And I'm usually the oldest one in class. I am not coordinated. I'm definitely not flexible. Me and Chelsea, I bring her up in this because we're talking about how to get, she's like, I just need to stretch more. I'm like, girl, I do it every day and I've yet to become flexible. So Doug Ford's nephew, oh, of course. Get rid of that guy, Anthony, of course, because we haven't had enough of the Fords in Canada. Yeah, no, so I mean, I just did it. I went in and I'm telling you, hi there. I miss the bears. I am a bear. I did those classes and because we do 20 minutes of warm up, That killed me. I was dying. Okay. I was like, I can't lift my leg like that. Down dog, cat cow, ankle flexes, oh my God, it was so intense. Like hollow body for 5 minutes. Even the shoulder rotations were hard. Sometimes I would just go into child's pose on the floor on my mat, praying nobody was looking at me like this. And Sloan, what are you doing? I'm hiding over here. I will vote for you for butter tart. I'm that kind of whore. Butter tart whore. That's what I did. And I mean, I literally walked in there when I'm doing, okay, when you're on your, like a down dog and you lift your leg up like this behind you, like, okay, on all fours, but you're lifting it up straight up in the air and then you do a scorpion and flex it. Anyway, I would see the jiggling on my leg. It made me nuts. I said, listen, bitch, you're staying in here. You will do this. You will conquer it. Your fear is being seen old, saggy, cellulite. You're doing it. And I did it. And I did it. And it's not easy for me. I don't like it. So yes, this is what I did. I'm telling you, I don't wear bathing suits because I do not like the way it looks. So when I'm in this class and I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, I hate this. I hate this. And so, yeah, because I could see it and I could see crepey skin. And I'm like, every time I'm lifting my leg, fucking 20 times, hate this. And so then I would just jump into class and do it. And then I would admire the different body shapes. We're all different. And these women also had guts. Gorgeous ones, what we would consider curvier ones, women who literally were dancing like, because it's a safe zone, women who had mastectomies who just had on booty shorts and boots and no top because they had no top. Do you see what I'm saying? So I just put myself into that environment because it's the only thing that healed me. So that's what I'm saying. For me, it is the only thing that would heal me is to focus on something I had no clue how to do, am really bad at, and had to focus on mentally while doing it at least for an hour. Then I was able to talk to other people in the class and they were able to tell me their stories and I tell them. And it was my cellulite has cellulite. Do those leg lifts and see what happens. My ass cheeks still, I was like, oh, fuck, I hate this. And when I go up on the pole and I do a pole sit, we had to do this thing. So you climb up on the pole. That's hard as shit. So you have to climb up and like bracket your arm and bracket the leg and then do the opposite. And Adriana's always like, switch sides, do your weak side. And I'm like, no, respectfully, no. But I did it. Anyway, you're climbing up there. Then you like do a pole sit and you turn yourself sideways. And then you do like a figure 4 and you lean back. It crinkles up the skin on your legs. And so Chelsea's over there and I'm like, oh my God, I can see the cellulite. We all crack up laughing. We crack up laughing because it's just ridiculous. We're all ridiculous. So that's what we do. That's what I did. Find something that makes you laugh at yourself like that. Adriana, yeah, she's the best. That girl is the best. She was spotting me and I'm like, I'm a baby, I'm a chicken. And I went back. She's like, I'll catch you. I'm like, I'm going to hit the floor. Yeah, no, it was so not graceful. It was so funny. Just do anything. Take a painting class, take a pottery class, take a canoe class. I don't care what it is. Put yourself in an environment that, no, I didn't see who care. I care about cellulite. It is the fucking bane of that's my phobia, being judged on cellulite. Now I don't care because now I light myself on fire, also a phobia. So I threw myself into the desert and this will be the 4th year I'm jumping up and I'm lighting myself on fire in the middle of a desert full of other women. Sounds ridiculous. Completely freeing. Completely freeing. I do dry brush. I do everything for cellulite. It doesn't matter. I think it's genetic. So that's it. I have this old lady skin. Oh, I'm sorry you weren't notified. Yeah, so anyway, I light myself on fire now. I went to Mexico, went with those girls, had no skill level at their level, worked out and hung out with them and did what I could do. That's all you can do. So don't judge yourself against them. Literally, okay, pure professional, psychotic. No, I do light myself on fire. I'm not afraid anymore. The first year I was like, ah! They lit my hand. I was like this. Oh no. And then once the butane wears off, it burns your hand. Last year I burnt my crotch, hung upside down on the chains, lit my thighs on fire, and the butane dropped between my booty shorts and the fire caught onto the shorts, if you get the gist. But anyway, they put my flames out and I was cool. So that's it. Just do whatever. It doesn't have to be extreme as that, but you really have to make yourself yes, no, really. We do it. Bethany's my little roommate, Sid and Bethany, and we had the best time. Yeah, no, really. There's chains, there's hoops, we do all kinds of shit. We support other women. There's there's naked photo shoots, there's bathtub and fire photo I mean, it's just everything. It's really fun. That is awful. It didn't hurt. I was just like, yow. Yeah, no, but I didn't die. That's right. It's totally, I never had cellulite until, yes, it's hormonal cellulite. No, it's interesting. I was scared of all the things and didn't know what I was getting myself into. I started taking burlesque and doing all of that. My burlesque teacher did it, and it was really, really, really fun. And I wasn't like a wedgie on fire. Yeah, no, it was really fun. And they laugh at me because everybody else would be like blowing the fire breath. And as soon as they handed it to me, I handed it back and ran that way the first year. It's like an ongoing joke every year. It's like, is she going to light herself on fire or is she chicken? So it was so fun. That's what I'm saying to you. And I was devastated the whole time because my son had passed. But I continued to do that. Okay, wait. Yeah, they said, somebody said on here, Britney Spears wasn't over the legal limit. So why is it a DUI? I don't understand. Oh yeah, burlesque is really fun. Yes, it's really fun. The difference between stripping and burlesque, this is what my teacher told me. She said stripping is like, and it's very true. It's like pick me, like you're an adopted kid. Pick me. Yeah, liposuction's no good, especially if you're not 20. If you're over 20, it's no good. It's like, pick me. I'm a stripper. Do you want to dance? Pick me, tip me. Burlesque is like, I may fucking show you. I may not show you. Here's my shoulder. I may show you my boob. I may not. Sit, bitch. That's burlesque. Burlesque is fucking dominatrix burlesque. So there you go. Could be DUI, drugs, meds. Yes, it could be. You're right. DUI does not necessarily mean alcohol. You're correct. 100% correct. So burlesque is women who take power and they choose what they're doing. Oh, you were 20. You didn't need liposuction. Just keep working out and you'll fix it. Yes, burlesque is really fun. You don't even have to really take off that much. You just have to like, you know, I may show you, I may cover it. I may not let you see it. I may let you see it. I may choke you with your tie, bitch. Yeah, so you can, it's like that. I like it. I like it. It's really fun. So yes, pets on the other side. Yeah, the dancing, it's different. It's different. It can be. When I do my performances, it's like I'm still a stripper, so I have to really slow it down. Because I'm like, you know, so I do my dancing with the fire. And I'm still stripping and I caught myself on fire that. I'm like, you cannot hold fire fans and fucking rip your skirt off at the same time. You're not that coordinated, Sloan. We do performances. We do a whole performance in the last night and it's really fun. Yeah, so wait, who said they're a model at 45? I was a model, I'm 45. But paying for it now. Wait, I was a model. I'm 40. Oh, paying for it. You mean everything that you did back then? I could see that because it's such an unnatural thing. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, the compost toilets. Me, Nicole, and Marlies. We're all in, me, Nancy, Brielle, and Paige, we're all in a, like a camping tent, I guess, like covered. Every night I checked my sheets for scorpions because there was scorpions and like bugs would come out of the out of the tent. So we come in. The girls would all be asleep, and about 11:30 at night, I'd turn my cameras on at home, like click onto the app. Tallulah would be on the couch, and I could see her little eyes flashing, and I'd be like, "Hi, Lou." Oh, that's wonderful at 53. Bravo. So I would say, "Hi, Lou," through there, and then the girls would chime in, "Hi, Lou." And Kenna would, come in the morning and feed her and take her out and everything. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that. What a lovely compliment. But yeah, they had the compost toilets, and the way they describe it, because it's ecology, and I understand that it was a beautiful jungle. And I went running. I went down to the river until I found out that half the river was washed out from the hurricane and that the crocodiles were down there. Whole other story. Anyway, so I didn't go down there again. But the compost toilets, I guess they're like van life toilets. They have a place in the front where you pee and a place where you poop in the back. Thank you. You guys are so nice. And then you put the 3 scoops after you poop into the compost toilet. Okay, I had a nervous breakdown. Marlise, me, and Nicole, we're all whispering, "Okay, let's book a flight out of here." Nicole's like, "Do you want to go?" I'm like, "I'll go. I'll fly all the way back to Mexico City from Puerto Escondido. I'll go. I'm not going in that toilet." So me holding it for 3 days. I'm like, "I'm not going. I'm not going." Then I had to go. You can only hold it for so long, but it was fucking hilarious. Like, it was so funny. Because I got yelled at because I just did everything in the same part of the toilet. I wasn't gonna like put my pee in the front and the other. I just can't do that. I just squatted and prayed to God, and then I was like, "Oh, I can't. And they're like, "It's not supposed to smell like pee because you're not supposed to do that." I'm like, all the other girls are like, "Are you peeing in the back part?" I'm like, "You're fucking lucky I'm not peeing on the floor in the room." Yeah, no, I mean, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, the retreat. I was like, just like, so when we went back through Guadalajara, Marlise has like the VIP room thing, and she's like, "Let's go use the bathrooms in the VIP." So there's 4 of us running for the bathrooms for in the airport, but it's in the VIP part. So VIP lounge on Marlisa's family thing. Anyway, so we're going through there, grabbing food on the way into the bathroom, going to the bathroom, and it's like a pristine bathroom. It's not like even like the regular bathrooms downstairs, and those were pretty good. We're in there, and I'm like, oh my God. I flush in the toilet. I'm like hanging my purse. I'm washing my hands. I'm like, yes. I was so excited. Anyway, that's what happened. So I was like, "You got to clear yourself, Anthony, clear it." No, I mean, I was, no. And then I told you guys this story. No, there's a front part. Okay, so a toilet, the front part has like a opening, and you're supposed to like squat over that and pee. I'm not that coordinated either. And there's scorpions running by my feet, and I'm in flip-flops. I'm like, fuck, I came running out of the bathroom. Fuck, the scorpion. And I'm just like, I can't. And then the dorms are so close, people can hear. I'm having a complete nervous breakdown. So I peed out in the bushes, but then there was tarantulas everywhere. So I had to watch where I like squatted, right? So we went on okay, you guys know, I've told this story before, the bioelectric little things, the plankton, right? Thank you. I exercised a lot. I'm very happy. But the bioplankton after the storm. So we rented a boat, all of us. There's 20 of us. There's 19 girls and 1 boy on it. Okay, Ray. So yeah, bioluminescent. Thank you. Bioluminescent. I'm like, bioidentical doesn't sound right. So we go on the boat ride. One of the girls throws up in the car. She gets out of the van. She throws up because it's like jungle roads. Anyway, so we get there. We go down the dock. It's pitch black. They give us life jackets, and it's pitch black. So it's 9:00 at night, and it's a lagoon. So we go out into the middle of the lagoon with our guide. Me and the teacher, Carrie and Ray, we're all on the boat. Everybody else has jumped in. They're all jumping in. Carrie's like, I don't think this is safe. I'm like, I'm just going to do it. So we all jump in. Ray's like Keith. He's like 6'4". So he reaches his leg out and it's pitch fucking black, but you can see the bioluminescence. He puts his leg out and he like kicks me under there and I'm like, ah, something grabbed me. So yeah, he's either gay or he's not. I don't know. I'm not saying it. Anyway, oh, thank you for that. No, listen. So we're swimming around and there's like a fishing net out. So everybody's like, we're kind of in a group. I'm staying with the group. Like I'm not swimming off. Sienna's swimming off over there. This one's 18. She hardly could keep up with her. I'm like, the toilet story, Mexican. No, it's for real. Anyway, so we're going and the boat's twisting around. So the engine is like facing us. I don't like that because I used to sail when I was younger and I'm like, I don't want the electric engine where we're kicking and swimming around in case it goes on and fucking kills us. And then we're being kind of moved towards like the net, the fishing net thing. So I feel that on my feet and I'm like going to the guide, hey, the fishing net. And he's kind of like, oh, something. And I'm like, okay, you guys, let's go over here. So we swim around the other side. We're swimming around. So we're in there for 2 hours. We're just like floating, laughing, dunking. Sienna's swimming, God knows where. There's other boatloads of people down there. We get back in the boat. You're supposed to be able to change and in the bathrooms at the pier, but of course they're not open. So we're just putting on our wet clothes. We get back to the place, to the jungle resort, and they're like, I decided to Google the lagoon. Yeah, crocodile attacks in June. Okay, so we were there. June is mating season, and we were there, and the guides never mention it. So I'm like, I knew it. I'm like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. What did this mean? 2 years ago, a man lost his wife at he petitioned the city. I don't know what that means. It just went. I don't know what that means. He petitioned the city and it disappeared. And so anyway, after that, I knew that, right? And then, and then we went to these night markets, and one of my friends at the camp, she's out drinking shots from some random guy on the street. I'm like, excuse me, mother of 3, come back here. And she's like, oh, I'm just having some shots with my new friends. I'm like, girl, get over here. We had to keep the reins on her because she went wild. And then we went to Puerto Escondido to go surfing and pick up medication at the Farmacitas. Oh, the intersection was a portal. There, you're answering it for me. So we went to the pharmacy and all of that. And then we watched Beach Jesus surf. There was this guy that looked like Jesus. And yeah, I know, crocodiles, right? Anyway, it was super fun. The toilets was the thing. So what I'm saying is I put myself in completely uncomfortable circumstances that are not normal for me, but I had the most fun because it was just so fun and so out of my control and so like just nothing I could have planned. So it was just like weird. To do things their way for a few years. Like, don't do anything the way you don't want to. Tulum, Mexico, we swam with the Crocs. There you go. Yeah, I was like, I knew they were there, but I just didn't fucking know. You know what I mean? No one told us until after. And then I'm Googling it and I'm like, oh, you guys. Yeah. And then we went into town, me and Nancy. We took the car into town. They have a car there for everybody to take. We went into town because Nancy speaks Spanish. And I'm like, I need some Skittles. So we're buying like $50 worth of junk food to take back in there. No, it was mating season. Yeah, I know, right? Bloody hell, British there. Bloody hell. Yeah, so as if hell would be any other way. But yeah, so it was super fun. Just do that to get out of your depression. Just do that. That's it. Do whatever you can. Get your I did. No, that's what I'm saying. Puerto Escondido, I filled up on meds. Then Brielle got taken out at the airport. I had to have Skittles. I got chips and Skittles. The food was so fantastic. I didn't gain any. I gained no weight. Coca Light is my favorite thing. So we're all going away this time. We're all going out on another adventure with our teacher this time. So it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Fantastic. Yeah, so that's what you do, you guys. So the message is no expectations. Try anything new, even if it's walking down the street and doing something you don't want to do. Just try to do a video. Anthony, just film it for 5 seconds. Do you know how many videos I delete? So many. Oh my God, Mexico is the food was fantastic. And the chef, every day he made me my own pot because he said, does anybody want really strong coffee? And I'm like, crack. I want crack. So, yeah, he percolated a whole pot for me and called it the strong coffee. Yeah, it was so fun. So fun. I'm glad you guys, so fun to talk. Oh my God, moving. And by the way, whoever ordered the rings and didn't get them, they were mailed out. The charts, the last 6 people will be done in 2 weeks. Moving killed me. So there you go. All right, you guys, I'm going to say goodnight. Lou's already asleep. There she is. So mommy's going to cuddle with Lou. We're going to have cuddle time. We watched TikToks. Oh, I want to learn Spanish. We watched My Horse is Horsin'. It doesn't matter who's sending it, Anthony. Send it back to sender. Return to sender. Salt baths and just start praying. No weapon formed against me shall prosper in the name of Jesus. Amen. Salt baths and send that shit back. No, I said I wanted crack. He said, who wants strong coffee? I said, crack. I'm American, Canadian American. I'm like, crack. I want crack. That's what I said. He totally got me, okay? Every morning at 7:30, he had that out there for me. He was so sweet. My real TikTok account is Sloan Bella, Los Angeles. Okay, mwah, you guys, I love my channel people and the support. I love you guys. Yeah, sea salt at your front door, sea salt under your pillow, sea salt under your bed, all of that. Okay, good night, you guys. Have a good night. Have to have a sense of humor. This world is fucking funny. It's funny. Yes, you have a good day too. Beach Jesus. He looked like the pictures that we see of Jesus, but he was sexy as hell, had a surfboard and could surf. So we just filmed him and called him Beach Jesus. That's it. He kind of had that vibe walking barefoot through the beach and down the street. You had to be there. It didn't, it's not a bad thing. It was a good thing. Okay, good night, you guys. Mwah. Bye, you guys. I will see you later.